Hello and welcome to Cherries Red Army. It's a Monday night football. Sky Sports is where it's at tonight. It's Manchester United taking on AFC Bournemouth. But hopefully you are joining me, Aaron, maybe John Spark later for this watch along as well. Can't be there, Aaron, but we are going to get behind the team. We'll have a look at the lineups in just 1 minute, but good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Kurt. Yeah, just one representative of my family there tonight. Zach's gone tonight with some friends, so me and Josh will be watching at home.
Nice, absolutely. I've got my boy next to me as well. So if he does jump on the screen at any point, I do prepare you. I have prepared you.
Well,
So,
hopefully that's because we've scored a last-minute winner or something like that. So.
Absolutely. Let's just quickly dive into chat. Stephen Dyer up north. Good evening, all. Hats off to Stevie Robinson. St Mirren beat Celtic up the Cherries in all departments. Chris Hubble. Josh Kay's obviously there as well. He's going to be watching the Cherries. So the interactive chat is open. If you're a subscriber to Cherries Red Army for at least 5 minutes, you'll be able to get involved this evening. Morgan Scott. Hi guys, happy to come on at halftime. We'll let you know if we do have any space in the stream, Morgan. But if you are a subscriber, you are able to get involved in the chat. So speak to fellow fans, let them know how you're feeling as the game goes on. Let's quickly dive into the lineups, shall we, Aaron? And hopefully let's get SofaScore working this evening. So for Manchester United, it's Lamans, Luke Shaw, Heaven, Euro, Darlow, Fernandez, Casemiro, Diallo, Mount, Cunha, and Mbomo. And then for the Cherries, I think it's one change, Aaron, but you'll confirm that in a minute. It's Petrovic, Smith, Diakite, Senesi, Truthert, Tavernier, Adams, Kluivert, Semenyo, Jimenez, and Eva Nilsson. So interestingly, Aaron, I go straight there. Alex Scott out, but also keeping Jimenez and Smith on that right-hand side.
Yeah, obviously Adams was always going to come back in, and that was a given. And I think Tavs actually did really well in the 8 on Saturday against Chelsea. He gives a bit of energy in there. I think maybe that's, some people would rather see him there than on the wing and further forward. He does a really good job there. Harsh on Scott, who I thought was excellent as well. But I think, look, there's lots of games coming up. So I think it's giving some players some rest. We know Cook's back next week as well. Christie's hopefully not too far away. So keeping the midfield fresh, hopefully. Jimenez is the interesting call because I think he did excellently against Chelsea and it deserves to keep his place. Wonder what David Brooks is thinking about that. Obviously, Adley, I think, is still obviously finding his way and is good to have impact from the bench. Brooksy probably, people feel maybe should be starting on that right-hand side. He starts the season well and picks up an injury and hasn't really got back in since. So, yeah, he's probably a little bit frustrated. But as I said, there's lots of games coming up and there'll be lots of opportunities for everybody else.
There is a poll inside YouTube, what you think the match prediction will be or the match result will be. So that's inside of there. We will get your score predictions in a minute as we are a few minutes away from kickoff, about 6 or 7 minutes. So we'll give you a chance to put your score predictions in the chat as well. Mark Cole, good evening. Hope to have you with us. And hopefully you're probably watching the game, but having us on a separate device, it's a good option to be involved with YouTube this evening. Mark Collins, draw would be great tonight, but not impossible to win, though. A few threats for them. I mean, it's really weird, Aaron. You never know what you're going to get from a Manchester United side. But if we look at Mbomo, he's had success against us when he played for Brentford. Cunha's rattled us a few times as well, probably previously for Wolves. They're the threats, of course, and Mason Mount's in a bit of form as well.
Yeah, look, players-wise, they've got quality all over the pitch. An excellent squad of players, excellent team. But that's it at the moment. They're not always a team, are they? They're inconsistent. So you never know which United is going to turn up. We were hoping that Mbuemo and Ahmad might have gone off to AFCON by now. From all accounts, it was a real 11th hour strike deal that United got them able to play. Mazraoui's obviously out. But yeah, real shame that Ahmad and Mbuemo didn't quite get to AFCON for this game. I wonder if there's some sort of deal struck, but they're not playing the full 90 because obviously their countries obviously wanted them to leave before this game. But look, we'll have to deal with them. I think where we can get at them is the defence. I think their first choice back three, when they're all fit, is probably De Ligt, Maguire and Mazraoui, and all three of them are out. So I think that's the area I think we can get at them. 2 young defenders in Heaven and Euro. Obviously Shaw there as well. So that's one area we can get at them. But obviously at the other end of the pitch, Cunha, Mbuemo, Mount, quality players if they turn up and deliver. And obviously, as you know, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. So, and Amad Diallo as well is a real handful. So I can see goals in this game for sure.
And the window for your score predictions is out. So in the chat, let's have them. We've already got one from Josh and we've got one from Chris Hubble. So do put your score predictions in there. Now, because of the results I've outside of this, Aaron, over the weekend, let's have a look at a few of them. So it was Chelsea 2, Everton 0, Liverpool 2, Brighton 0, Burnley 2, Fulham 3. I mean, what form Harry Wilson's in at the moment. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. They were unlucky, Wolves, not to get a draw. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 3, Forest 3, Tottenham 0, Sunderland 1, Newcastle 0. Is Eddie in trouble? West Ham 2, Aston Villa 3, Brentford 1, Leeds 1. If I quickly just throw up the table then, off the back of those results, we have an opportunity, if we win, to probably likely go to 11th, because we'd have to absolutely batter Man United tonight. But if we sort of don't get beat, we can crawl up one place.
Yeah, look, I think it's really interesting because, at one stage, West Ham are winning yesterday and if Leeds had won, we'd have been like 4 points off the relegation zone and suddenly looking over our shoulders. So we still have a 7-point gap there, which is fine. And I don't think many people, in all honesty, are really looking over their shoulders at the moment. And if we were to get a result tonight and then beat Burnley on Saturday, we could find ourselves back in the top 7 or 8. So it's that tight. But look, as I said, position-wise, 15th, not great, but it's we're 7 points off the bottom 3 and we're only 5 or 6 points off the top 5 or 6. So yeah, it's position at the moment is not massively important. I would say it's more the points total.
So the players walked out the tunnel at Old Trafford. The atmosphere's building. Fair play to any Bournemouth fans that went this evening. Massive trip up on a Monday night. Your score predictions are in. So, Aaron, let's just quickly go through a few of them. Now, Josh is going for a 3-2. Has he not downgraded that from a 4-3? I'm sure he went 4-3 the other night.
Yeah, I think he's sticking at 3-2, aren't you? Yeah, 3-2. Yeah, 3-2.
Yeah, he's downgraded it. He's downgraded it. Still goals, though. I mean, I just want to see a goal, to be honest with you. Chris Hubble's also going for 3. Mark Cole's going for a 2-1. How are you feeling then? I mean, I can't remember what you said the other night now.
Yeah, I'm not massively confident, but I just don't know, is all honesty, because we don't know what United are going to turn up. If United that turned up, played against Everton and West Ham turn up, we got a really good chance. If the Bournemouth that played against Chelsea turn up, we got a good chance. If the Bournemouth turn up against Everton turn up, we haven't got a chance. I'm going to go for a 2-2. I think there will be goals. I said I think we can definitely score goals against their defence. I think their forwards are quality as well, so I'm going to go for a 2-2, which wouldn't be a terrible result.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go for. As I said, I think the first objective, Aaron, is to get a goal. I think we haven't scored in the last 2, so it's really important we get those vibes back. And we spoke about this the other night when we had Alex from the Echo on about someone grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck tonight. And if that is Semenyo, I don't really care who it is, as long as someone grabs the fixture and takes us up the pitch. We gave Liverpool, I know we went 2-0 down, but we gave them a real fright on opening night. And the only concern I have, Aaron, before I let you go to start the first few minutes of the fixture, is they've lost 3-0 to us in the last 2 seasons in this fixture. Yeah. I mean, is that a little bit of oomph for them to get them going tonight?
I don't think it's got any bearing on it, but that works both ways. So yeah, I mean, I can't see it happening again. I'll be delighted to be proved wrong, but I'll take any kind of win. I don't really care. But yeah, I think they got a point to prove. They're a very different team. We're a very different team. So it's all on tonight.
Cool. Right. Kickoff is nearing. So we'll see you later, Aaron. You might be on later to give us some thoughts during the game, after the game.
Cool.
Final message for the team?
Up the Cherries. Let's go for it. Let's take our chances. Let's be clinical in the box and take our chances. Speak to you later.
Speak to you later, mate. Okay, stay with me in the chat then. Any other thoughts? Let's drop them in there ahead of kickoff. The team is out. The team are huddled. Andoni Iraola needs a big win. Some people now online talking about Andoni Iraola. Is he real the big deal? Well, he is the big deal, but we need to start climbing the table again. We need to get back to winning ways. We've got Burnley next. So if we get a result this evening, plus beat Burnley, then as Aaron said, we're back in the running here of talking about big things. So we are just about to kick off. Let me get the scoreboard going. We are in blue. And we're off at Old Trafford. So Manchester United are in home of red. And the Cherries are in the away of blue. Early touch for Diakite, back to Petrovic. And the key early on here is to get on the ball, get some early touches, get some confidence going through the side and see what we can do. Tavernier in the centre. Now, Jimenez is actually started on the left, interestingly, in this fixture. So Tavernier played an early ball out to the left. So Jimenez is started on the left-hand side with Truffert, which means Adam Smith is on the right with Semenyo. So that's an interesting situation to watch. Early thoughts there. Kluivert just behind Evanilson. Big night for Evanilson tonight. Needs to get a goal. He needs to be as active as he was against Chelsea. He's desperate for a goal. Probably over-trying, overdoing it. But tonight needs to be massive. Right, an overlap going here. Diallo gets beyond Mbeumo. Early chance for Manchester United. Mbeumo goes wide, too wide. Pulled back to Fernandes. Took a deflection, claiming of a handball on Truffert, not given by the ref. A better ball by Diallo, and he probably got Mbeumo in. But fortunately, it wasn't a good ball. And that might be the first corner of the game for Manchester United. First shot here, Fernandes took a deflection off Diakite. It hit chest of Truffert, then arm. That won't be a penalty. A Bournemouth player did go down at the edge of the box when there was a shot that come in that deflected for a corner. Not sure who got injured in that. But just watching an early replay of Diallo trying to feed through Mbeumo. Too wide. Fortunately, nothing come of it. We're waiting for the first corner of this fixture. It was an injury to Adams, which is not a good sign. He's still down. This is not an early good sign. So it looks like Adams has maybe jarred his knee trying to block the shot from Cunha. And he's in a lot of pain. We know that Adams has had a bad injury when he first signed for the Cherries, really struggled to get fit, was suspended for the Chelsea game at the weekend. He's definitely looking in a lot of pain. Scott's been called over by Iriola. It's going to be an unfortunate early change for the Cherries here. Alex Scott is putting his top on. Adams is in a lot of pain. I'm hoping it's just... Well, I'm hoping it's not a really serious knee injury. Looking again at the slow-mo, it's more of a jar rather than an impact. But if they can get some ice on it, get some treatment on it, I'm hoping he's available for Saturday. But it's a sad change for the Cherries. 3 minutes in already. And it looks like Scott is going to come on. Tyler Adams not comfortable at all. That's correct, Chris. Scott is coming on for Tyler Adams. He looks like he's going to try and run it off, but it's not going to work. He's given a shake of the head. So it's a corner. We're down to 10 men. Diallo swings it towards goal. Petrovic, not really anywhere, fortunately. Went all the way through. Goal kick. So we need to reset. It's not great because Tyler Adams has been our best player this season to a lot of people. But Scott did play CDM the other day because Adams was suspended. So Scott did play there the other day at home against Chelsea. He has done it before as well when Adams wasn't fit for us in his first season. So Alex Scott is in, more than capable of doing this job, showing more strength and aggression this season, Alex Scott, and he's got to grab this fixture. A shame for Adams, he's gutted. We just got to hope now that the news beyond this point is not terrible news and that he can get over this knock quickly. We got to go on though in this fixture with 85 minutes still to go. There's a lot of football still to play. Welcome to the stream, Sean. Place your score prediction in the chat. We did that just before kickoff, but feel free to jump it in there. Euro, it's the 3 at the back for Manchester United, the formation that Amorim wants. And where I feel they don't look comfortable doing it, even though he's been in there a while now, there is an opportunity for us to get at them, because I don't think they like it. They don't feel comfortable doing it. And we've got to find a way of breaking them down early. Free kick inside United's half. So Semenyo's now switched back over to the left. So where Jimenez started on the left in the first few minutes, Semenyo's now switched back to what I would say, well, definitely Jimenez's more comfortable side. Semenyo could probably play either side, but we've got Jimenez on the right-hand side with Smith, just like the weekend, and Semenyo's now on the left. Cunha on the ball, in the Cherries half, to the right of the area at the moment, going backwards, Casemiro. Mason Mount, switch of play. Picks out Diallo, who's playing off the right, so he wants to cut inside Trufer if he can. He goes around him. Senesi comes across. Shot blocked. Another corner for United. Second corner of the game. Diallo. Again, it's inside the 6-yard box. Dealt with that time. Cleared. Kluivert and Tavernier trying to make something happen. Doesn't happen. Luke Shaw. And Bomo pulls it back. Mason Mount. Good save by Petrovic. Lucky it was at him. Left-footed strike from Mason Mount. And Petrovic just parries it away, out for a throw-in. No one close there. And actually, it's Alex Scott that's the closest person to Mount there. I mean, he's just come on the pitch, so he's trying to get himself into the fixture. Petrovic almost goes past it. But he got a good hand on it to parry it away. And we've dealt with it. So the early momentum, the early chances go into the home side. Diallo puts it back in. He might be onside there. And Boma's at the back post. Tries to square it back for Cunha. Got his back to goal. That one's also blocked. Casemiro didn't really have enough oomph on it. Fortunately, it did deflect, but it had nothing on it to put it dangerously close to our goal. Semenyo's looking for a foul. So we're going for a bit of a spell of defending here. Casemiro trying to score from a ridiculous range with his weaker foot. Way over the bar. 9 minutes on the clock. Only seen the last 3 minutes, not the best start. No, and it's probably coincided with Adams having the injury as well. It's a bit similar to the Villa game where we lost Smith pretty early in that fixture. So we need to keep our heads. The players will know that Tyler Adams is a massive player for us in the middle of that park, especially trying to keep the likes of Fernandez quiet. But we have to deal with it. Alex Scott's in there now. He's becoming a mature footballer for us. He's not too young. He's got Premier League experience. Kluivert, left-hand side. Trufer with an underlap. Can he square it back? Blocked by Luke Shaw, and it's the third corner of the fixture, and this time it's to the Cherries. Good play from Kluivert. He's a good game, Kluivert, tonight. Looking for something more than, well, I'll take a Kluivert wonder goal, but I want more from him tonight. I want to see him back up Kluivert, back up Ivan Nilsson. I want to see him play off him. I want to see him pick up pockets, get us on the turn. It's actually gone out for a throw, and I thought it was a corner, but it's a throw in. So it'll be a long throw by Antoine Semenyo. It's a good throw. Senesi was up. This time it is a corner. So it is the first corner to the Cherries now. That one defended by Casemiro. Senesi has form, scoring away goals, Senesi. He likes an away goal, especially with his head, Emirates. So first corner for the Cherries. Kluivert's going to take it. Diakite's in there. Senesi's in there. Can we take full advantage of this? Can we get the first goal in this fixture? Dealt with by the goalkeeper. And it's out for a throw now on Adam Smith's side, down the right-hand side. Semenyo's over there. He's got the ball. So it'll be another long throw from Semenyo. Need to battle hard. It's gone short, actually. Gone short to Diakite. Can we put it in the box? Semenyo's done that. Dealt with by Diallo. Tavernier wins the ball back. Semenyo's got himself offside, getting the return ball from Tavernier. And was in an offside position. It's those little moments. That's what's irritating. It's just smart. We got to be smart. We got to make sure we stay on side. When the line comes up, we've got to run with the line. We've got to come up. It's those silly offsides. That was an opportunity for us to put the ball in the box again when we still had players flooding the area. And we've just given away a silly free kick because we can't run up with the line. So those little things like that, like at Manchester City where Creepy got himself offside. It's those little moments that we just need to be a little bit smarter with. Kluivert getting some early touches. Losing possession that time. So you've got Tavernier in the pocket again with Scott, which was exactly what they did against Chelsea. So they were able to play together at the weekend. So they've got some minutes in playing this role without Adams, and they need a strong fixture tonight. Adam Smith's got the armband. Okay. Man United on the ball. Dallo off the left. And it looks like it's 1-0. It's a bit messy. It's a ball in the box from Dallo. Petrovic has come out, not looked convincing. He's not dealt with it. Ahmed's claiming the goal, but it's a scrappy goal. It's a poor goal to concede. It's another goal that the Cherries have conceded. We're conceding too many goals. It's been a while since we kept a clean sheet. And it is 1-0 to the home team. Diallo started the play, actually, on the right-hand side. Got it over to Casemiro, who then switched to full play over to Darlow. Jimenez is allowed... Well, he knows he's going to cut in, but he's allowed the ball to come in the box. Cunha's tried... I mean, I think Senesi's probably kept Diallo on. His hand's up there as well. As Cunha's tried to head it, I don't think he's caught it with his hand. But Senesi looks like he's kept Diallo on side. If Senesi's up with... Yeah, I mean, he's... Yeah, so Cunha's tried to win the initial header. Petrovic has actually saved that to a point. I mean, he's hoped he's going to save it. He's just made himself big. And then Diallo's just picked up the rebound and Senesi's kept him on side. The only thing I want to question is whether he's handballed it. Oh, this is close. This is close. His hand's up with his head. That's close. The only problem we might have is I don't think they can determine a 100% whether he's actually touched it with his hand. I can't see it being overturned. Yeah, no, they haven't overturned it because they can't see an obvious change in direction of the ball. But only Cunha will know if he's breezed the ball with his hand. But the goal stands. It's 1-0, so not a great start. We've already had to make a sub, bringing on Scott for Adams, which is a big loss. And after 15 minutes, we're 1-0 down. And just like at Anfield, We're going to have to do this from behind and find a better result than we did at Anfield. Any thoughts on the handball in the chat? Any thoughts on the handball? I mean, does it look like he's touched it? I couldn't see an obvious change of direction. The ball's still going in the same flow, but his hand's very close to his head. I'm talking about Cunha before the Diallo finish. But I'd like to know your thoughts. I mean, they obviously couldn't determine 100% whether he's touched it with his hand. Good evening. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Do subscribe and hit the like button. Hit the like button for me on this video. Really do appreciate it. Cherries. Semenyo, Kluivert's got behind Euro. Squared it back. Tavernier's too late to it. Cleared by Darlow from the left. And Senesi sloppy with possession. Truefert's won it back, though. It's going to be a throw-in. So it's an early goal we've conceded, but we just got to regroup and go again. Trueferт to Kluivert, miscontrolled. Giving possession away too easily. Tavernier wins the ball. Oh, tried to slip in Kluivert. He turned the ball over, Tavernier, on the press. But then he just needed a decent ball. That time he's given a foul away. He had Evanilson to the right. He had Kluivert to the left. He went to Kluivert. The ball wasn't good enough. Casemiro down now, injured. So Omid's not feeling positive since Adam's gone off. It's a blow for us. But what I would say, we should have beat Chelsea at the weekend and we didn't have Adams. I was worried about not having Adams for 90 minutes. I mean, I know we've pretty much not going for 90 minutes tonight either because he went off so early. But it's like having no Christie. I understand when we haven't got these players that it's going to be tough, but we've got to find a way of getting results and getting points against, for me, a team that's not a world beater. They blow very hot and cold. And we got to find a way to deal with it. We are getting back on the ball though, Omid. Yeah, Sean says we're clutching at straws. I didn't see an obvious. He may have gently touched it. Only Cunha will know, but they're never going to overturn it. It was not obvious because the ball was still going in that direction. It's not going to show an obvious change of movement of the football. So yeah, it just is what it is. But it's going to be a hard night. So a lot of space here for Fernandez in the centre circle. Mbomo's wide. So Diallo and Mbomo are having the success down the right-hand side at the moment. Fernandez again with space. Cunha's peeled off of Diakite. He's gone for a finesse finish. The edge of the box. It's gone wide. And this is now 3 or 4 chances they've had. And we need to get a grip very quickly before we're 2-0 down. It's a good feet away. It's a good couple of feet away. That's what he can do, Cunha. Goal kick to Bournemouth. Kicked by Petrovic. Kluivert chested down to Marcus Tavernier. Smith looking for the ball over the top. That's a good ball by Adam Smith to Jimenez. Can he keep it in? Didn't get the touch. He can keep it in. Struggling to cross it, though, because he was sliding because he was on the edge of the pitch. It's just because he didn't get a good control. It's a great ball over the top from Smith that got Jimenez in space behind. It was either Shaw or Darlow. But because he didn't get a decent touch on it, it nearly ran out of play under the surface. So that was a chance. Foul given away by Trufa. It's going to be a free kick to United in our half. Fernandez is over it. Looks like we've got every man back on the edge of the box. So whipped in by Fernandez, not dealt with, foul given on Scott. So it's a free kick to the Cherries inside our own box. 21 minutes gone. We'll get some early thoughts on the match stats in a moment, but we've just given possession away. Diakite and Smith, that one, in our own half. It's not great, is it? And Bomo's pulled wise. Diakite, it was Diallo and Bomo there. Kluivert's given the ball away. Truifert's trying to do something, but got no support at all. He's put it down the line. Semenyo tried to keep it in. He's given possession away. So here we go. Sloppy possession given away by us. We're conceding too many chances. Here they go again. Fernandez over to Mbomo. He's onside. Diallo. That one's tackled by Tav. Kluivert's not strong enough. Ball's in the air. Again, possession is given away, and this is just not good enough. It's just not good enough at the moment. We need a passage of play and possession. Truifert's got the ball again. His only option really is to fizz it into Kluivert. That's a better control. That's well held up. Tavernier's got the ball. There's pressure on him. He's trying to keep his feet on the floor. And he's just giving the ball away as well. Might get a booking for again, we're giving the ball away deep in our own half. Cunha strike here, corner ball, and we're our own worst enemy at the moment. I don't know if Tavernier is going to get a yellow for a shirt pull on Fernandez. But it's not been a great 23 minutes. Fernandez over the corner kick. Come on, Petrovic. Can you give me some more assurance, please? Come and deal with it. Another foul on a Cherries player by Darlow this time. And that's another free kick. So we've got 20 or so minutes to go in this half, and I want to see us do something very, very, very soon. We're giving the ball away in our own half too cheaply. Truifert's not really got any options. I mean, they're now looking at a potential handball by Alex Scott, which I think... Okay, they've ignored that. Thank God for that. So again, it's a long kick up by Petrovic trying to pick up Semenyo. Semenyo's done nothing with it, and we're under pressure again. So through one lost battle in the middle of the park, United are pretty much on our goal line. Again, Tavernier's given the ball away. Again, 15, 20 yards from the box. Here's Diallo. Defended that time. Truiferт. Right, Semenyo. Down the line. Again, ball given away. We just can't keep the ball for more than 2 or 3 passes. And I'm being kind with 3. Darlow on the left and Bomo in space. Bomo in space, saved by Petrovic, held it this time. It's another chance for them. And we simply can't keep the ball or progress with any real impetus at all. And that has to change if we're going to get even close to creating a decent chance. Just about held by Petrovic, that one. Mark Cole says, just need to stay in the game. Yeah. Got to do something in the game soon as well. Omid, we are making Man United look like a good side. Yeah, we're just not. That bite in the middle we lost in the 3rd minute is hurting us a little bit at the moment. So it is a free kick to us, just inside Man United's half. It's a diagonal cross from Truefair that's been dealt with quite comfortably. Tavernier's keeping possession on the halfway line. Adam Smith, Truefair, probably go back to Petrovic. Here we go. Keep possession, lads. Keep possession. Long ball by Petrovic, this time up to Semenyo again. So the battle's between him and Euro. Euro wins it just about. It's another battle duel lost by Semenyo. He throws his arms up in the air. I don't even know if even else hasn't had a touch yet. Referee stop play. I mean, that's soft. Alex Scott's jumped up to win the header and his hands caught the back of Fernandez's ear, but he hasn't meant anything by it. That is soft. Okay. So this is the first time. Press! Press! Why is no one pressing the goalkeeper? On his weaker side as well. Allowed him time to switch it from right to left and pick out Cunha. We have got possession though. Look, space for Semenyo. Drive at Luke Shaw. Drive. Drive. He's cut inside. Tavernier now out wide. He's gone over to the left. Just about. Jimenez is over the left. I mean, the passing. Give it to feet, lads. Tavernier, a chance for Semenyo to drive at Luke Shaw, and it's just fizzled out. We've ended up with a half baked cross from Tavernier. Kluivert now on the edge of the box. Crosses it in. Incoming! Tav! That's a chance! Oh! Tavernier with a header. Straight at the goalkeeper. And that's our first real chance of the game. Kluivert cross, Tavernier coming in late. Euro missed it, straight at the goalkeeper. Comes off Tavernier again. Come at him too quickly for the rebound. That's the first chance. I mean, it's easy for Lamins, but it's our first chance. It's a real cross. It's a good late run from Tavernier into the box behind Euro. And that's our first real say in the fixture. Sean says, this game is calling out for you now. Krupi up top would change more, but can't think of better options. May come later, Sean. I'm just more worried that Even Nilsson's not really had a touch yet. The guy that's not in any form is not in the game. And as I say that, he does some really good hold-up play from Truefair, down Truefair's side. But yeah, we need to get Even Nilsson in some striker form, in some striker positions, and really help this guy. I want to see Semenyo blast at a fullback as well. Even Nilsson, good play there again. Foul that time. And it's good work by Even Nilsson, but he's in the wrong area for me. He's doing the whole Harry Kane thing, dropping deep to try and get in the game, try and get a touch of the ball. That's not where we want him. Scott, good drive. Got to play Jimenez in. Okay, here's that passage of possession that we've got now. We're in the fixture a little bit here. 30 gone. We are in the fixture. Semenyo on the right-hand side. Oh, tries to feed it through to Eva Nilsson. Doesn't quite happen that time, but we're still in possession. Back on the ball. Senesi now. He might be offside there. And that's an Eva Nilsson strike. I mean, he's had a shot. It's got to be a worldie to score from there. Semenyo's probably offside, which he is, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. But it's given Eva Nilsson a chance. I mean, it was a good 20, 25 yards out, but he's just desperate to have a shot goal, Eva Nilsson. Let's have a look at what's going on. Let's have a look. So currently, after 30-odd minutes, you're looking at, I mean, I thought they had more possession than that, but maybe we've just won the possession back in the last 5 or so minutes. So 51% possession to Manchester United, 49 to Bournemouth. One big chance each. I assume that's the big chance that they scored. I mean, they've had 12 shots at our goal so far. Only 2 for us. 3 corner kicks for them. 1 for us. 1 substitution. Tyler Adams going off very, very early in the fixture. Alex Scott coming on. But the game very much reading in Man United's favour at the moment. Jimenez on the left. So he started on the left when we kicked off. He then went over to the right after a few minutes. Semenyo came back over to the left. And now Jimenez is back over on the left and Semenyo on the right. It's a foul here on Tavernier, just inside their half. A foul by Euro. It's a high diagonal cross again from Trufer. Tavernier's done well there. Semenyo's not done well there. Semenyo's given away possession. Now they're on the counter. Diallo's got loads of space. Trufer is coming across. He might cut in. No, that's a great challenge from Adam Smith to stop it being 2-0. That was a big life-saving challenge there from Adam Smith. Because Trufer wasn't sure whether to go right or left. He wasn't sure if there was runners over the other side come in. In the end, he had to guess. Diallo did Trufer, and Smith with an absolute mental block to keep it at 1-0. Yeah, Trufer's been done there. Too easy. That's a great challenge from Adam Smith. That's a great block. Captain Smudge. Yeah, because Petrovic is going the wrong way anyway. So if Smith doesn't stop that, that's 2-0. Petrovic has guessed the wrong way. So Senesi long up to Jimenez. Similar to some of the fixtures we've had with our long balls, we're not the best at winning these aerial duels. That's a foul. Is that not a foul on Scott? Referee says no. Mbomo breaking forward. Cunha trying to get behind. That's soft by Diakite. Not strong enough. Now Diakite's out of position. He's trying to stop Diallo. Diakite needs to get back in position. He's currently playing left back. Trufert's playing where Senesi should be. Senesi's where Diakite should be. It's not going to be pretty if this ends up in a goal. Fortunately, we've pushed them back. So everyone should be back in position. No, Diakité's not in position at all. So Diakité's way out of position, and he had a chance probably to get back in. The ball's come in over Senesi's head, and he's on the wrong side of where he wants to be as a centre back. And Bomo's had the volley on the reach. He's had to stretch for it. So it's a Cunha ball in. He's had to stretch for it, but he'll be disappointed he hasn't scored with that. That's another let-off, and he's only just missed it. I know he's stretching for it, but he's not overstretching. And he's shinned it a bit, which has probably helped it go over the bar. He doesn't get a full boot connection, in my opinion. And that's because Diakité got himself out of position. Senesi was out of position. We are going to be a little bit fortunate if we go in this half 1-0. Now, if you want any hope, West Ham United a few weeks ago came from behind at Old Trafford to draw the game 1-1. So we're not going to give up on this fixture easy or early. Good challenge. Right, Trufer, let's go. Jimenez still on the left. That's a good. He's cut inside. Better. Okay, we've got a bit of an overlap going here now. And we've got men over. Eva Nielsen plays it through. Tav! Oh, it's Kluivert. It's not Tav, it's Kluivert. Couldn't get it under control. It was a good little ball through from Eva Nielsen. Through Luke Shaw's legs, I think. Kluivert's got himself in between Darlow and Euro. He just hasn't got it under control. Oh, he's tried to take it with his left foot outside. And he's just not got control of it. We had 2-on-2 there inside the box. The dog's not enjoying it either. Just absolutely flopped on the sofa. Not impressed. $37 gone. I don't know, Sean. I don't know how we're... Oh, and Semenyo's just blasted the ball straight to Euro. Oh, my. I don't know how we're just 1-0 down, Sean, but we are, and we've got to be grateful we are. Semenyo's just blasted the ball with no intelligence, given the ball away. Fortunately, it's come to nothing. We're in possession at the back here. Just lack of real class and skill and intelligence at times. We are not playing Manchester City, all right? Have a little bit of confidence, lads. What we do know tonight is it's not going to be 3-0 to the Cherries. Space for Fernandez. They've got real options coming through again. Smith that time couldn't stop it. And that's another chance. That time it's Casemiro. Fortunately, it was Casemiro. He's an aging centre midfielder, finding himself up with Mbomo. But on his left foot, Scott did enough to push him wide. But the concern for me come with Fernandez having lots of space in the middle of the park. Then they had options. And that's where they're going to be a threat. When they've got those options, they've got Diallo, they've got Mbomo, they've got Cunha, they've got pace. Talking of pace, Semenyo's found himself with space. Now we've got 3 over. We've got a man over. Oh, Semenyo! Get in! It's about time! It's his first goal in probably 7 games. Semenyo finds himself in space to the right-hand side in the box, and he scored a goal off the post. 1-1. Get in, Cherry. Get in. Good work from Kluivert to budge Luke Shaw off the ball. Then he got himself in a good area. We had a man over in Jimenez, which probably stopped one of the centre-backs coming to track Semenyo. It's a good finish. It's in off the post. It's 1-1. It's our second real threat of the game. But the first threat we had with Tavernier was a half chance. This was a good chance. And it's so good to see Semenyo back on the score sheet. That's what we needed. Up to this point, he's not had a great game, but he's delivered. We need him to kick on. It's going to be a busy Christmas period. We need Semenyo to bang in goals. Good evening. 1-1. Get in, Semenyo. A smile on his face. We have not been great. Far from it. We are probably fortunate to have only been 1-0 down. But you will get chances against this team. Like West Ham did, like a lot of sides do. You'll get chances. They've got a real goal threat, but they are there to be had at the back in a formation I don't think they like playing. Sean says all he has to do was go for it. Why doesn't he always do that? It's a weird one with Antoine Semenyo. Because when he's on fire, he is one of the best players in this league. He's right up there at the start of the season with stats. I think there was only one better than him after 4, 5, 6 games, whatever it was, and that was Erling Haaland. But then he seems to hit this patch of form, which it's very flaky, and it's hard to understand. And I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if it's certain individuals in opposition that he just doesn't do well against. It's really strange because he did this last season. Blistering start, bang average middle, and he did all right at the end. I mean, in one breath, right, we obviously want Semenyo to do well because if Semenyo does well, we generally do well, okay? In the next breath, we want Semenyo to stay until the end of the season. Do I think Semenyo's going in January? I don't see Semenyo going in January. I obviously don't know what could happen in January, but I just don't think it'll be a smart move for Semenyo to go in January. I'll tell you what wasn't a smart move was Semenyo putting his arm up to Darlow's neck. And I've just seen that. Fortunately, again, VAR are not doing anything with that. Oh, he's got a yellow. I mean, that's a lucky yellow. So it was a poor challenge by Darlow when Semenyo was in the air, and as he's come down, he's been frustrated by it because he's had a heavy landing. In the box here again, Scott! Even Nielsen! Oh, he couldn't get out of his feet. Darlow's dealt with that one. So that was a free kick to Bournemouth. Alex Scott dragged his shot as it came in the box. It fell to Even Nielsen. He just wanted to get a yard on Darlow, but didn't happen. And we're on the attack here again. Truefort's in the box. And Cliver, we're working it left to right. Tav! Oh! Corner ball. We're applying pressure. 45 nearly on the clock going into injury time of the first half. It's probably going wide. I think it got a deflection off Brian and Bomo. It did. Probably going wide. Lamins parries it wide anyway. And it's a corner. So probably not deserving to be in this game right now. We could potentially go in at half-time winning. Tavernier's gone over to take the corner. Tavernier, right arm up. That'll be a signal for something they learnt on the training ground down at Canford Magna. He puts in the ball. Won by the home team. Adam Smith puts the ball back in. That's dealt with as well. Cunha's picking up the rebound, trying to get Man United on the attack, but Adam Smith's dealt with that as well. +5 gone up on the clock. Thank you so much, Morgan. So do hit the like button. Do subscribe. I'm hoping everyone watching this at the moment is subscribed. And of course, you can get involved in the interactive chat with other fans and talk about this fixture as you're watching it or just watching me. 5 minutes injury time in this first half. Oh, Senesi sold himself short there. Trufert's dealt with it. Semenyo's done another swipe it in defence. But his great finish, he's been terrible from a defensive point of view, Semenyo. A couple of swipes of the ball trying to clear it and has done nothing with it. Diallo trying to win it. Senesi here. Problem is, we're so deep at the moment. We're deep in our own half. Smith down the line, giving a possession away. Darlow's in possession now. Are they coming on trying to get ahead? That's a free kick. Sloppy foul. Free kick. A foul on Fernandez. Three minutes to go in this half. Oh, it's dangerous defending again. I don't know if Petrovic can come for that one. Maybe not. I mean, Casemiro's unmarked. I mean, again, I don't think that's handball. It's come off Senesi again, probably come off stomach onto arm. He's not going to know a lot about it. His arms are in a natural position. Casemiro's got so much space. And again, oh my word. Two-one. Corner kick, back post, Casemiro pretty much unchallenged again. We just got a warning from Casemiro having space. He's headed it back. Petrovic has not dealt with it. He's parried it into the goal. 2-1. It's rubbish, that. It's rubbish. So it's a deep ball, back post. Trufert's not got his eyes on the defender. So it was Diakite's man. He got caught up with... So Trufert was marking Euro. Casemiro's being marked by Diakite. Casemiro gets away from Diakite because he gets caught up in Trufert and Euro. Trufert doesn't know where Casemiro is. And it's a... and Petrovic has done rubbish. That's rubbish from Petrovic. I'm sorry. That is not goalkeeping of a £25 million goalkeeper. That was poor. So we're in the last minute of injury time. I was hoping we were going to go in, taking the lead, or at least drawing. And we've conceded late in this half. 50 on the clock. Semenyo throws long throw in the box. There'll probably be a little bit of added time because the goal was scored in injury time. So a little bit more. Tavernier here from the edge of the box. Justin Kluivert battling with Fernandez. Put back in by Truffert. dealt with it. Snessi trying to get Jimenez into good move. Jimenez brought it down in the box. Truther coming onto it. Again, it's got a deflection, run through to the goalkeeper. So it looks like we're going to go in 2-1 down. We have gone in 2-1 down. That's half time. That is annoying as well. Right, let's bring Aaron back into the stream. Aaron, you right?
Yeah, not too bad. I don't know where to start with that, to be honest.
Yeah, your thoughts. I think we were lucky to probably be in the game at 1-1, and then we got ourselves at 1-1. Then we looked like we could maybe go on and take the lead into the second half, and we're now going in 2-1 down, and poor goalkeeping for me.
Well, yeah, look, I think you're right. We were definitely lucky to be in the game at 1-0. That first 30 minutes was absolutely horrific. Yes, we lost Adams after 3 minutes, which was a massive blow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's a knee ligament or something. That could be weeks. But we don't know. I mean, hopefully we might just jarred it. I don't know. But yeah, we lose him. But that first 30 minutes was unacceptable. We were making Man United look like prime Barcelona. So much space all over the place. Defending was just abysmal. And yeah, then we somehow got back in the game. I think I was just saying how Semenyo, if anyone looks at him the last few games, he's not worth £65 million. And he does that, he's got himself back in the headlines again, and a great finish. And then, the last 15 minutes, we were actually looking the better team. The game had settled. We'd settled into the match, playing some much better football. And then the goalkeeper, I mean, that is unacceptable for me. The first goal was an error from him. He was like grasping at air and missed it.
Yeah.
That second one was absolutely horrific. I mean, it was that's not acceptable. And he's been, I was a big fan of his early in the season, and I thought the first sort of 8, 9 games of the season, I thought he looked a really good replacement. The last few weeks he's been dire, and that was just horrific. It's given them a lift just before half time when we just got back in the game, and I can see that I just don't think the defenders have any confidence in him, and we got a serious problem because we've got Will Dennis on the bench and a keeper who I just think is not up to it.
I'm just starring some of these comments in the chat, so get your halftime thoughts in the chat. Do hit the like button, do subscribe as well. Let's just go to some of these, Aaron. Let's just have a look. Yeah, there's the fans in the chat. They're not happy about the goalkeeping, and I'm not either. I mean, the defending's not great either, and we've allowed. There's too much space in the middle apart for Fernandez, and they clearly used Diallo on the right hand side, and Bomo's probably looking at himself thinking I should have scored. I know he was stretching, but that was a good chance, and he shinned it a little bit, which I think's put it over the bar. So look, I'm not impressed by Petrovic's goalkeeping, but I'm not impressed by some of the defending as well. Although, bit of a shout out, Aaron, for Smith. I mean, we could have been 2-0 down.
Yeah. Well, I think Adam Smith's again proving out there, he's the one constant, and he's the one player who actually looks like he knows what he's doing. Traoré been okay, but I think Diakite, who I thought was actually excellent against Chelsea, has looked really bad again. All over and there's so much space all over the place. They're overloading us. I mean, I've got, you've heard Gary Neville saying it on Sky, and another Man United fan saying, we haven't been as good as this all season. I'm not sure if it's them being so good or us just being really poor. But you're right. We had no right to be level in this game. 2-1 down probably flatters us, but the manner of how we just conceded that goal at the end is just not good enough. But yeah, it could have been 3, 4, 5, really, as you say. And Buemo and Diallo, they got the run of the park, and I'm not sure. Someone in the comments there, what's happened to these players in the last 2 months? I'm not entirely sure what's really going on. We keep saying we miss Christie.
Yeah, but I do wonder, Aaron, that if we don't sort this out quickly, I mean, if we lose this fixture, we've got another 45 minutes to go. We've got to try and get something from this game. We've got Burnley on Saturday. Now, that probably at the start of the season would have looked... Yeah, well, I think that... Well, do you remember, was it the Burnley game? Was that Andoni's first ever win against Burnley?
I'm not sure the first one. It's a very important win when Billing scored that lob. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might
I'm
have been.
thinking that might have been his first Premier League win.
Yeah.
This could be as massive as that
No,
was. You know what I mean?
it's huge. It's huge because after that game, we got away at Brentford and Chelsea. We got a terrible record at Brentford and Chelsea. Obviously, it's going to be very difficult. Then we got Arsenal at home and Tottenham at home.
Yeah.
And then Brighton away. So it's kind of like if we don't beat Burnley, assuming we don't win this game, obviously, if we don't beat Burnley on Saturday, where's the next win going to come from? That could be one of 10, 11, 12 games without a win. And people saying we're not in any danger. We shouldn't be, but we are going to be very, very soon if we're not careful. And if Semenyo is going to go, because as poor as he's been in the last few weeks, he's the one who can produce something like he did today and get us out of jail like he's done a lot of times this season and again tonight to some degree. If Adams is out for a few weeks over this next hectic period, it's suddenly looking a bit dicey, isn't it? And the confidence for us to play like we do for Iraola's style of football, you do need some confidence out there, and we're severely lacking in it. We got Cook coming back next week, thankfully, who can obviously play that 6 role. Christie's hopefully not too far away, so that will definitely help in the centre of the pitch. But other than that, there's no one else really, because Brooks and Adley are sat on the bench at the moment. Kluivert's still really not finding any sort of form. Evan Nilsson's hardly had a sniff. So it's not like anyone else is to come back. Doak's still a long, long way away. So Foley's going to have to... Well, let's see where we are when we come into January. But the way things are going at the moment, the fixtures ahead, we're going to have to delve into the market to try and shore up something here, because also defensively we look poor. What about, as you say, the keeper? I mean, we've got Will Dennis as the option. Petrovic is clearly not up to it at the moment. He's really suffering from a lack of confidence. His defenders clearly don't have any confidence in him. Maybe it doesn't have confidence in them. So at the moment, it's looking like a horror show. The only positive I can possibly say at the moment is, as disappointing as it was to concede just before half time, we're still in this game at 2-1. That's the only positive I can see, because that first half was not good enough.
Right, let's have a look at some of these comments. So Omid says, what a joke of a defence. Every time we defend a set piece or free kick, look like we are going to concede. Mark Cole, fear every time the ball goes into our penalty area. It's not great. Mark Cole also goes, players dragged out of positions, no urgency. I mean, there was that moment where Diakite was out of position and he had an opportunity to get himself back in. Truffert was out of position. Snessi, I think that was when Mbomo probably missed his chance. There are talk in the chat about why these players aren't doing it for the last 2 months. What does that mean for January? I think it might come at the end of this game if we don't get anything from it, Aaron, and we might have these conversations in January. But I think the club probably didn't expect to have to do too much in January, but they may have to.
Yeah. Look, we're not panicking yet. I think
no.
It's a difficult one, because we're the last 6-7 games is form is 18th. We don't lose today. If we lose today, it is the bottom 2 or 3. And the problem is, I look at Wolves, obviously, and Burnley for me are dead certs to go down regardless. That last space is up for grabs, and West Ham under Nuno will improve. Leeds really don't look that bad, that they are competitive, and Ellen Road's a hard place to go when you're looking. But we're next in that pack at the moment. Us, Brentford, Fulham, so. It's ridiculous we've been having this conversation, but it's not so much the league. As I said before, it's not so much the league position that worries me. It's the form we're in, and the lack of goals, the lack of confidence, the lack of form from a lot of players all over that pitch. There isn't anyone really out there showing consistent form at the moment, and that's what's worrying me. And we're making a bang average Manchester United team who, let's face it, they can blow hot and cold. I get that, but they weren't playing like this against Everton at home and West Ham at home and even Wolves away at the weekend. Same group of players, we're making them look unbelievable. And I think, that they seem up for it, United, but at the same time, we're giving them, there's so much space, and the discipline around the pitch is just not there. And as I said, this isn't Man United under Fergie. This is Man United who are really struggling this season under Amorim to really find any sort of form. And they look like they're going to score every time they go forward.
Just looking at some of the stats there as well. So 17 shots they've had on our goal, 7 from us. I mean, the only 2 chances we really had was the Tavernier early one header, arriving late for the header, and then obviously the Semenyo goal. So I mean, it's also like we play this long ball, Aaron, but we never really have a lot of duel success. I'm just coming down to duels now. So aerial duels, we're at 38%. we're missing out on ground duels as well by 1% or by 2%. But
well, the thing about the long ball is we're locking up a long ball to a centre forward who's devoid of confidence. He's not large. He's not big.
And he hasn't had many touches, has he?
He's not physically strong, and he's not massively rapidly quick in behind. So we're looking for the second balls, and we're not winning the second balls either. So I don't know. I mean, look, let's look at our bench. We've got Brooks, who, I mean, I think Jimenez hasn't been terrible, but Brooks is probably scratching his head, wondering why he's not on the pitch at the moment. We've got Brooks, obviously Krupi, who we know can score and might need to bring him on. Adley, I mean, you know, again, he can't be any worse than what we've got out there at the moment. And Scott's obviously come on already, because he was probably going to come on, but he's obviously on the pitch already. So it's difficult to know how we're going to change it. Defensively, we can't change anything. And that's the problem. Milosavljevic is out for 2 to 3 months. So, you know, this is our first choice defence. Let's face it. And we're defending really poorly. So this is our first choice defence. So we can't really change that going forward.
No. Any changes half-time? I think Morgan's been in the chat talking about maybe bringing Brooksy on.
Well, I think Brooks will come on, but I mean, who for, I guess? Because, I mean, obviously it's not going to be Semenyo. Jimenez, but Jimenez is the obvious one, but I don't think Jimenez has been particularly that bad. But I guess it probably would be for Jimenez. I mean, Semenyo is now on a yellow card and on 4 yellows, so you know we've only got him for a few more games. He's probably going to miss one of those anyway. Now, yeah, I don't know. Look, we're clearly missing Tyler Adams out there. That is without a doubt, and that was very bad luck.
I mean, Villa are a better team than Manchester United, but I look at like the Villa game when Smith went off early, it seemed to hurt us a little bit, didn't it? Look, we still might have lost that fixture, but we got to find a way without Christie, with the loss of Tyler Adams. It's a big loss, but we can't just capitulate, can we?
No, we can't. Look, at the end of it, I've said this time and time again. We've said it on the channel many times, and lots of people, and other Bournemouth channels have said the same thing. If you sell your back 5, rightly or wrongly, including the goalkeeper, you're going to have problems. You know, we were lucky. We hit the ground running at the start of the season, and we hit a purple patch of form. I'm not sure what the ownership expected at the club. You know, they always advanced, never retreat. One of them had a release clause. Rightly or wrongly, you can't turn their players down. I get all that, and I understand that, and that's football, and that's the model we're doing. But when you sell the whole back 5, including the goalkeeper, pretty much, I'm not sure what they're expecting this defence to be, and everything around that. So even your dog agrees with me. My daughter's just got in. So it's very easy to sit here ranting, but we're just in the moment, aren't we? At the moment, we're just in the moment now. The last few games, the performance so far tonight. And that's kind of, you know, it might be an overreaction, I don't know, but that's kind of the moment we're in, and it's just looking like the keeper's not particularly good. The defense is all over the shop. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a worry. We could turn this round second half and have an absolute masterclass. I can't see that happening somehow. But hopefully I'll come on later and we'll see exactly.
Hopefully, absolutely. Right. Well, we're not far away from the second half. So, Aaron, let's. Have you got a renewed score prediction? I mean, you did go 2-2.
I did go 2-2.
I did go 2-2.
The way we're defending and the way we're defending and keeping, we're not gonna stick at 2 goals against us. It could be a 3 or 4-1, to be honest with you, at this rate. And I'm going to change it to probably to 3-1 to United.
Okay, I'm going to stick to 2-2, but we may need to make changes. We may need to get you now, Krupi, and we need to defend better. And the goalkeeper needs a better second half, 100%. And yeah, we'll see you later on at full time and see where we're at. See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Right. If you're just joining Cherries Red Army, second half is about to kick off very, very, very soon. Do hit the like button. Do subscribe. Whilst we are just waiting for the second half to kick off, I will take an opportunity to thank our monthly members who support the channel. Really, really appreciate it, so we can do what we're doing right now. If you are a member, thank you very much. And if you've donated to the channel, really appreciate it as well. You can donate or become a member at www.buymeacoffee.com/Cherries Red Army. You can use the QR code on the screen, or you can use the description, and details are in there. Links take you straight to there. So I will talk to you in a moment whether there's any changes to that lineup. Gutted to go in 2-1 behind. Based on the first half performance, to be fair, guys, we probably should have conceded 2 goals. The fact we've got 1 means we're still in the fixture, and the second half is about to kick off, and United kick off. So 2-1. Get your thoughts in the comments. I'll drive through the chat in a little bit. I think Chris wants Brooks to come on. It doesn't look like there's any changes at the moment. Even Nilsson's on there. Just going through it. So it looks like no changes for either side. 2-1. Second half has kicked off. Right, let's go in here. Yeah, it's not good enough, Morgan, unfortunately. And it comes down to players not supporting other players, finding pockets. Oh, quality. Here you go. Even Nilsson. Oh, he scored. Even Nilsson's back. What a start to the second half! Get in! Tavernier assist. I was just talking about possession not being good enough. Tavernier slips an Even Nilsson. He shoots with his left foot just like he did at Tottenham. This time it didn't get deflected. Again, just inside the post. 2-2. Great start to the second half. Get in the chat. We're back. Can this be our half, lads? Can this be our half? Great finish. Inside the first minute of the second half. Tavernier then picks up in space inside. He's onside. Euro's playing him on. Even Nilsson, first right touch, left foot. Yes! Even Nilsson! Gets in! Oh, it's in off the post again. That's 2 tonight. That's a great first touch by Even Nilsson. This is a player not in confidence, and he scuffs it. I don't care. I don't care. He scuffed it. He didn't really connect with it at all. Oh, ankle dragged it. Don't care. 2-2. Love it. Get in. Get in. No fuss muss. Delighted to be 60 seconds behind the action. Chris Hubble, 2-2. 2-2. Whoa, goes Gina. Oh, woo, shall I say? Not whoa. Woo. Come on, says Aaron. 3-1's gone, Aaron. Stick with your 2-2, son. Better. Well, we've come out of the blocks flying here, lads. Senesi. Fist it into Truffert. Good control from Truffert. This is good. We're on the ball early here. And Jimenez is up here. Oh, he was up high. Tried to get behind Heaven. Didn't that on that occasion. This is a really positive start to the second half by the Cherries. Really positive start. I'll put the lineups on the bottom of the screen if you're just joining us. No changes. I say no changes. Tyler Adams has come off for Alex Scott early in that first half. A knee injury for Tyler Adams. Hopefully not serious. We'll find out in a few days what that looks like. And another chance here for us. So it's a free kick on Truffert's side in the Man United half. Cliver over it. Looking to go towards goal. Doesn't get enough on it. Easily cleared by Casemiro, who got the second goal for United. Smith puts it back in the box. Jimenez challenging. Fernandez wins that one. Jimenez wins that one. Diakite wins that one. It's a headed game here. It's aerial duels galore. Scott now trying to win that one. Doesn't win that one. Smith just puts it up in the air like it's rugby again. Trying to gain possession. Euro deals with that one. Senesi decides to get the ball on the floor, then hooks it up. It's got a bit messy in the last 30 seconds. Tavernier's our last man back. And now the home team are on the attack with Darlow. Tavernier's won it. Even Nilsson, it's only up with him. But there's space for Kluivert. Look left. Look left. Look left. Ref! So Casemiro's got no legs at all. Has pulled Tavernier behind him. It's about 20 yards out. Pretty central to the goal. Casemiro wants it out further than the ref's saying it is. That's put him on a yellow, and that's what Casemiro doesn't have, his legs. Tavernier's not the quickest player you've ever seen, but he got away from Casemiro with ease. And Casemiro just decided to swipe his legs. So there was options both sides for Tavernier. He had Even Nilsson to the right. I wanted him to go left to Kluivert. Tavernier was trying to open the game up. He's been fouled. Now, it's interesting who takes this. Is it too close for Kluivert to get it up and down? Does Semenyo smash it like he did at Ellen Road? Does Tavernier have a go? I mean, was it West Ham? Was it West Ham where Tavernier had a free kick and it was not far away? So you've got Tav over the ball, Kluivert and Semenyo, the three guys I'm talking about. They're all over it. So we're looking better. We're looking better. It certainly is, Sean. It's the best game in the world, son. Right. Maybe it is all right for Kluivert to get it up and down. Semenyo's slightly walking away, so he's got form on scoring at Ellen Road, but it looks like Kluivert wants this. So Kluivert and Tavernier are over this. Semenyo's walked away. Kluivert likes to get it up and down. He's probably got enough room. It looks like Tav. Oh, Tav! What a turnaround! Get in! He's done the baseball celebration. Tavernier Marmite with the fans. He's celebrating in front of those fans in Manchester this evening. And inside 6 minutes of the second half, the Cherries have turned this fixture around. Great finish from Tav. Nice and low. Fizzed it. Curled it. Lamins didn't deal with it. 3-2 to the Ches. Get in the chat. He's gone between Cunha and Fernandez. And Lamins it had too much pace on it for Lamins. Even bigger. Get in. Mark Cole wanted Semenyo to smash it. But now he's glad Semenyo Tavernier hit it. Good lad, Tav. I thought he played all right against Chelsea at the weekend as well. So, can he do the Christie roll? James from the No Fuss Muss YouTube channel absolutely loves it. And Jimenez now has the legs of Diallo. We're in this game. I mean, this is a different team here. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's an Andoni Iraola team. That's what it is. This is us. Attack is our best form of defense. Alex Scott battling hard. This is good. Solid start to the second half. Now can we manage the game? We were winning at Sunderland and we capitulated. We fell apart at the Stadium of Light. This is where now, not manage the game. I don't want us to drop into a low block or anything like that at all. We need to manage it, okay, without also leaving ourselves wide open, of course, or losing our heads. But we need to have some game management somewhere. So when we get in these positions, we can break the game down, frustrate the opposition, and then maybe win the game 4-2. My dog getting herself on YouTube. It's a great finish from Tav. They're showing a replay on Sky Sports. That's 3 different goal scorers, says Sean in the chat. Who do we want to score next? You decide. Kluivert needs a goal. 1 goal this season against Fulham. It was a screamer, mind, but still only 1 goal this season. Three positive goal scorers, though, Sean. 3 positive goal scorers. Semenyo finds the goal for the first time in a lot of games. Tavernier always needs a goal for his confidence because he is a confidence player. He gets frustrated with his game sometimes. And even Nielsen needed the goal more than anyone else. Very, very positive 10 minutes to this second half. First 10 minutes of this second half. Very, very positive. So 55 gone. Ball's in play. Diallo. Jimenez is back over on the left again, so Semenyo's off the right. So Jimenez and Semenyo have swapped 3 or 4 times in this fixture. And that's easy for the Cherries. Given away or poorly crossed by Fernandez. And frustration's building in for them. We need the frustration to be on their side, not our side. So when subs come for Andoni, so I expect Andoni now to wait till probably 65, 66, maybe even 70 minutes. And there'll be interesting changes. Remind me if you can in the chat. I'll have a look on SofaScore in a minute who remind me of the bench that we've got. But obviously, if we've got Brooks, we've got Adley, we've got you now, we've got Krupi. But it'll be interesting how Andoni attacks his game management substitutions in about 15 minutes' time. I mean, we scored 3 goals at Old Trafford again. 3 goals. That's 9 goals in 3 visits. Free kick to the Cherries. Alex Scott's over it. Between halfway line and the home team's goal. That's one in the air by Senesi. It was a good aerial duel. Cleared, though. Back in possession of Alex Scott. Probably go long. Does go long. Senesi stayed up for some more action. He's won another header. Even Nielsen's feeling it now. Oh, handball. Silly giveaway. Oh, he hasn't. My bad. Still in possession. I thought even Nielsen gave away a silly handball there, but he hasn't. Maybe it come off his shoulder. Tavernier. Good. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Make them run. Make them run. Good. Diakite all the way to the other side. Smith. No, not good enough, that one. Semenyo didn't give him an angle. But that's what we want to do. We want to get them running. Get them running. Tire them out. Control the game. So 51% possession to us at the moment, 49% for United, and they've had no shots in this second half. We've gone up. I think we've obviously taken our 2 chances, converted both of them to turn the game on its head a bit, and we've had aerial dual success. So dual success is turned in our favour now. 52% dual success to their 50% or 48% is showing here. So we're turning the duels around as well, which is good, and defending very, very well. 60% tackles won, and we're winning interceptions. Recoveries 25. We're turning the stats around. We're turning the performance around. We're turning the scoreline around. 30 plus injury to go. They will have to go for it again at some point. They'll have to put more men forward. That will open the game for us. So what substitutions would you make first in the chat? Where would your subs come from? Let me hear from you. As you're talking about that, we've got 3 on 3. Cliver giving the ball away when Semenyo and Ethan Nilsson were up there. It was 3-on-3 at one point. So what subs would you think about making and at what point? 60 on the clock at the moment. Mbomo outside the box. Fernandez. Diallo wide. He squared it. Get there, Scott! Oh, didn't quite deal with it. Diakite has. Semenyo. Oh! So when we get out, there is 3-on-3 or 3-on-4 at the moment. So a good counter-attack is on here. Cliver here again. If he turns out, it's foul. So they're pressing so much, pushing up, that there is a counter here. If we can get Semenyo in some speed and pace and space, there's an action coming for us here. First change for Man United coming. It's going to be Mainu. Petrovic has also gone down injured. Not had a great game tonight, but Will Dennis on the bench, right? So Casemiro's just come off for Mainu. Casemiro scored their second goal, but his legs have gone. Now, Petrovic has gone down a minute or two ago. I don't know if he's clutching the back of his knee. I mean, he's not had a great game tonight, but he is our number one goalkeeper. So we do want to keep him on the pitch. So Petrovic is getting treatment behind his knee, which is a bit of a concern. We're just seeing the replay on Sky Sports while that's happening of the goals that we've scored. So Ethan Nilsson's goal is just inside the post and it's having a great free kick. Nice and low. Fizzed off the surface. Fantastic. We can forget what happened against Everton for Tav. That's what we want from Tav. I thought his commitment on Saturday against Chelsea was a lot better. And just get down to doing that, Tav. You did it a few years ago regularly. And in a new, I say a new type of role, but he is sort of playing the Christie role. He kept Scott out the side at the start of the game. And you know, he probably hasn't got the speed to be a winger for us under Andoni Iraola. When Tav's happy and has confidence, he has this game in him. He has assists, he has goals, and he has both tonight. He's been the man. I'm sure he got the assist for the Ethan Nilsson goal. I'm just looking at my boy, just double checking. Yeah, I'm sure he got the assist for the Ethan Nilsson goal. So that's a goal and assist for Tavernier tonight. So games back on. Petrovic is back in the goal. Tavernier and Senesi not speaking to each other, clashing with each other. Gave a chance for Mbomo. A lot to do, though. Yeah, so we're coming together there by Tavernier and Senesi. Fortunately, we got away with it. So Petrovic seems okay, which is good. Now we're in possession, Ethan Nilsson. Tavernier. So far, our best player this half. Wants to play forward. Good to see. Jimenez. Off the left-hand side. Playing on true third side. That's another foul. Surely. He just nudged him off the ball. Not given. Still a lot of football to play in this half and to manage. Luke Shaw to Mason Mount. Back to Luke Shaw. We're making them play backwards. They've gone left to right. Now Diallo's on the ball. Ahmed. Fernandez breaking through the lines. Fernandez against Senesi. Fernandez has sort of won that battle because Man United still have the ball. Brian Mbeumo again, just outside the box. Doesn't want to shoot this time. Darlow, he goes out to Mason Mount, who squares it, and that is close. Defended. Cunha's in the box again, unmarked. How many times are we going to have an unmarked attacking player in our box? Oh, that is dangerous defending. Cunha, space between Truffert. We have got to tighten the lines up. Too many times. That's how Casemiro got his goal. Too much space. Given away by Semenyo. Poor touch. Mainu. And there's a Cunha trying to break through. Trying to. Semenyo deals with it. Truffert had a go. Semenyo. Senesi definitely dealt with it. Okay, 65 gone. Euro. Mainu. Oh, good challenge, Diakite. Oh. We win the ball. This is what was happening in the first half. There's a mini counter on. Players trying to get involved, and we're just gifting possession back too early. You know, again, Kluivert losing possession in good areas. Petrovic dealt with that one, so it was a cross from Cunha and Petrovic. Oh, God. I say he's dealt with it. He's got a fingertip on it. It's come off the bar. Petrovic is having an absolute shaky night tonight. Corner to Manchester United, who are losing 3-2 to the Cherries. Oh. So Adam Smith's gone down there in that action. He's got a cut on his nose. I'm just trying to see what happened here. He might. So it looked like he was forced down by Heaven. And then I think he may have got a foot or a thigh from Petrovic. Unintentional, of course, in the face. So I think he's got Adam Smith. Villa Park got in the wars. Old Trafford getting in the wars. And we will look back on Smudge's massive challenge in that first half when we were 1-0 down. That was a massive challenge, massive block. So more changes coming for the opposition. Sesko's coming on. And it looks like Martinez is coming on. So a defender and an attacker coming on for them. And Donny will seriously need to think soon about what he's going to be doing for us to make sure we hopefully win this game, but definitely don't lose it. Smith will be okay, just a cut on the nose. How are we feeling in the chat? Confident? Much better second half. See if I can get an updated league table where these substitutions are going on. Okay, so live table. Put it on the screen. That's better. So currently, we would be 11th because of goal difference. So we would be on 23 points. Brighton would be on 23. But because of the goal difference, we would be 11th. And we are so desperate in that form column to get a green W back in there. We are due a win. And we are on the road to a win if we can manage this fixture, defend well. And then Bomo. No, because I think they're looking at VAR. They're saying Scott had his arm up. I was looking at the league table, wasn't fully concentrating. So it has come off Scott's hand. He's quite close to himself. He's gone like that, or with one hand. Oh. The thing is, they could give this at Old Trafford. He's turning his back. It's close to his body. They haven't given it. My concern was that it's at Old Trafford. It's the home team. It's not really away, but it's like that, and he's turned and it's hit his hand. But fortunately, nothing given. So 3-2. We go on. 70 minutes on the clock. Ball in the box. Big head by Diakite. Much better this half. Smith's back on the pitch. He will battle for this badge. You don't got to worry about that. So Sean says, we always know there will be a wave of pressure and we need to deal with it. And naturally in the game, as you know, we'll naturally just drop deep the later it goes. But if we can maybe make some positive attacking changes, I'm quite happy to just freshen the team up, keeping like-for-like changes. I don't want to fall into a deep low block or anything like that. We'll naturally fall deep if this fixture's still 3-2 in about 10 minutes' time. So it's important that we make positive changes because we're going to look for the counter to kill the game. That's what we've got to hope for. I do wonder if we get someone like Brooks on the pitch now. I know a few of you have called out for that earlier on, but obviously he's got the technical ability to keep the ball, create a bit of space, pick up pockets, just have a little bit of intelligence. That's what Brooks has got up there. Where he lacks in pace, he very much has in intelligence and skill. Semenyo wins the header. That's another aerial duel on the board. Man United have the ball in their own half. Going across their back three, stroke back five. As it's looking at the moment, because Darlow's quite deep. So Darlow's gone over to the right-hand side because Martinez has come on. So I assume Luke Shaw's gone to a wing-back role. It looks like that. Yeah. Kluivert. Smudge trying to keep the ball in. Did he keep the ball in? It's gone for a corner. He kept it in. Good play there on the right-hand side. It's a corner to the Cherries. So Justin Kluivert did well. Oof. I mean, it's close. Smith looks like he just kept it in. Hit the like button on this stream. Really appreciate that. Corner ball. Kluivert's going over to take it. So a stat's gone up saying when Manchester United are leading at half-time since, I think it was 1984, they haven't lost. Interesting. Winner. Oof. Okay, so they've cleared it. There's now a counter on. They've got men up. So they've got four in attack. Well, 3 and a bit. We've got men back now behind the ball. Referee's played. There's a bit of a collision off the ball, but the ref played on. He might go back and give a yellow. I don't know who it was. It might have been Kluivert. It was Kluivert. Yeah, so Fernandez has tried to run in the line of Kluivert. So Kluivert's just pulled him down. And then he's tried to claim a free kick, even though he ran into the line of Kluivert to try and stop his stride. Idiot. Petrovic, long ball. Evanilson won the header, but we didn't win the second. So there's now this period. Diakite's well out of position here. He's been done here. To get back in, Diakite. We've dealt with it though. So Diakite just got himself all out of sorts positionally. So similar to this game and the flow of it, there is this period of possession now where Manchester United have got every man in our half. So the sort of drop off. Oh, good save. We're straight at Petrovic. So that one's parried away. Oh, so that's a handball outside the box by Smudge. This is to the left of the 18-yard box. D. About 20 yards out. So that was a Cunha strike. It was straight at Petrovic. So he parried that one away. Fernandez tried to pick up the second ball. Smudge just sort of got his arms out a little bit, I suppose. So it's a free kick outside the box. So Tavernier scored from a decent range within 10 minutes of the second half. Fernandez is now sitting over the ball. So it's wider than it was for Tavernier. Tavernier's was more central. But Fernandez would probably class himself as a dead ball taker. He's obviously got a lot of experience and quality from the penalty spot. And if there's a time for Petrovic to turn his form around tonight, or his performance player rating, this would be it. We've got a wall of Evanilson, Senesi, Diakite and Semenyo at the moment. 4 in the wall. 1 on the floor. Might be Tav. Looks like Tav is on the floor. Fernandez. Oh, he scored. It's 3-3. It's a good free kick, to be fair. It's gone Petrovic's side. I mean, Petrovic's got no chance. You can criticise him for the first 2. He's got no chance. I mean, that's top bins. He's got absolutely no chance. Yeah, no keeper stopping that. Not even Donnarumma. I suppose it is a free kick, the way Smith sort of jumps. But again, it's one of them. It's not much worse than Scott's. But it's easier to give a free kick than it is a penalty, isn't it? So 3-3 with 13 to go. We've made no subs apart from the force change in the first half. And again, we found the net tonight on 3 occasions, which we have done many times now at Old Trafford. But we're just absolutely leaking goals. Change has come now. Krupi's come on for Evanilson. It's deflating a little bit because we've been brilliant this second half, but the last 5 or so minutes we had the possession and game momentum had swung again back into the home team favour. It's just so frustrating. Again, do you take a draw at the start of the night? You definitely take a draw and we're 1-0 down and probably looking to go 2 or 3-0 down. But then you get yourself, like we've spoken about. Oh, Sesko, hang on. Oh no, I don't believe it. Cunha scored 4-3. I don't believe it. Again, Petrovic's got no chance for that one. I need to see the replay because I'm talking away and I've just seen us not have a defence. We've conceded 4 goals. 4 goals. How many goals have we conceded this season? So this play started from Luke Shaw a throw-in. That's a rubbish header by Diakite. Senesi's nowhere. Trufert's tried to control. So Sesko's tried to cross it. Trufert's tried to control it instead of just absolutely kicking it into Rosette with his right foot or his left foot or anything. Kick out of a corner. Don't try and control it. Trufert's had a nightmare. He's then fell on his backside. Petrovic's just got no chance. 4-3 down. I don't believe it. Yeah, you may be right, Sean. You may be right. I can see it given. I can see it not given. The fact that it wasn't in the box, that's why I can see it given. It's so easy to give a handball for a free kick than it is a penalty. They do it all the time. That's such poor defending. Absolute 6s and 7s at the back. Senesi absolutely gets taken out of the game. Diakite's poor with the first error. Drufert's got the next error. My word. 10 minutes to go. 4-3 down. That's now put us in 15th because of goal difference. That will put Brentford one position higher than us. Oh, come on, lads. Croupy. Now we've got to try and save this game. Clivert. Space. Smith's on the overlap. Scott going for an audacious shot. It's quite a way out. Is that just away from home? Just away from home? 23 goals away from home. Wow. Oh, so frustrating. Get ourselves back in the fixture. And it's another winning position. We can't manage it. What is that? Tavernier's just giving the ball away. 4 players in attack. Sloppy possession. So Philip Sterling said 4-3, 4-3 conceded in the last away. It's not good enough. Jimenez on the attack. Creepy! Oh, Creepy! Gets in! 4-4! Just when I felt like I was on the floor, Junior Creepy's done it! 4-4! Now don't throw this away now! Come on! Someone said it in the chat. Both teams can't defend. But both teams can score tonight. This time it's Jimenez. He slotted Creepy through with his left foot. What a game. 4-4. I don't know what. Take a point. Take a point. Get above Brentford. Get above Brentford, please. Take a point. That would now put us 13th, I think. That would put us above Fulham and Brentford. 4-4. I mean, it's been a game for the neutral. Croupy. This boy, says James. 4-4. Philip wants to whistle to go. I mean, it's been an absolute cracking game for the neutral. And for Sky Sports. Now, what do you do? Do you half go for it? No, take the point. We said they've got goals in attack, but they are there to be had at the back. Lots of woos tonight. Philip wants to take the point and run out of here. Okay. When we get to 90, my clock on the scoreboard on this stream will stop at 90. What I'll do is I'll reset the clock and I'll tell you how many minutes have been added on, or someone will in the chat. There's 4 minutes of normal time to go. Ahmed. Jimenez marking him. In the box, dealt with by Senesi, sort of. Fortunately, Fernandez tried to volley from about 30 yards out, scuffed it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. So Scott came on for Tyler Adams early in the fixture. Croupy's come on for Eva Nilsson. I do wonder if you try and get Brooks in this fixture somehow. Somehow. I just want a little bit of intelligence and control. We're finely balanced. I just don't know if Andoni will do much more from the bench. I mean, I don't see the harm in maybe taking Cliver off and bringing Brooks on. Legs plus technically he's a very, very technical footballer. Just play Brooks in the 10 for me. Diakite's out again. He's out of his... Oh, again. Where's Senesi? So when Diakite gets out, Senesi gets pulled across, then Truffert gets pulled across, and it's been a massive problem for us tonight. Where Diakite's been pulled out of position. And we're back to giving the ball away sloppy. That time it was Scott. 2 footballs on the pitch. And I feel like they need to go for it more than us. And we could just maybe catch him. Good, that's better from Scott. Right, Semenyo. Right, 4 in attack. Tavernier. Smith wants to join the action a bit. Tentatively. Tavernier, keep hold of it. Truffert. He's not had a great game today, Truffert. He's not had one of his better ones. Smith's up in attack, mind. He might be offside. Lino's not put the flag up. Smith's there, squeezing it back. Semenyo was there. And Scott's gone down. No foul. Sesko, Diakite and Senesi. Good block by Senesi. Good challenge. See, the game's opening up again here. Tavernier. Into Croupy. Jimenez, link up. Smith wants more of it. There's an overlap here. There's an overlap. Just the legs just have gone for Smith. He's just not 25 anymore. He saw the space and the overlap. He just didn't have the legs when it come to him. Right, I'm going to reset the timer in a moment. as we hit 90 minutes. Man United slowing the game down, just taking a bit of the tempo out. Mainu, middle of the park with some space. 1-2. Taking Scott out of the game. Cunha, edge of the box, may shoot, does shoot, doesn't get hold of it. And that's gone through to Petrovic. And we are entering 8 minutes of injury time. So there's 8 minutes of injury time to go here. And changes are coming. So Brooks is coming on for, well, Kluivert's coming off. It might be Smith and Kluivert, potentially. And then you've got James Hill and David Brooks coming on. Correct, Sean in the chat. And Chris, 8 minutes. So we've got the timer going from 0-0 up to 8 minutes. Don't lose this fixture. Have to make sure we get something on the board. So James Hill. Oh, no, it wasn't Smith that went off. I apologise. I haven't seen the other substitution. Let me know in the chat. I took my eye if it might be Tavernier. Is it Tavernier that's gone off? I can't see Tav on the pitch. So we've got Jimenez over that side. Smith still on the pitch. James Hill. So is James Hill coming to maybe CDM type role? Tyler Adams says there's a focus of camera is on Tyler Adams, who's in his jacket. So James Hill may be playing in front of the back four. Semenyo, long throw. No win from the header. Truffert. Krupi. Out wide. Puts it back in the box. Diakite looking to win it. Didn't win it. Shaw did. Now Cunha's got away. Brooksy's chasing. Cunha's down the left-hand side. There's men over here. Concerns. Diallo. Fernandez. No! Oh, it's gone right across goal. Fortunately, Mbomo didn't have enough legs to attack it. First let off. We had four players down the right-hand side. And that left men over the other side on Truffert's side. Unfortunately, Fernandez has squared it across goal and Mbomo's legs have gone tonight. Another change. Xerxes and Dorgo have come on for Mbomo and Shaw. So Mbomo's night has run for the home team. A few minutes left to go in this fixture. It swung one way, then another way, then another way, and it's evened itself out at 4-4. 8 goals on Monday Night Football. Is there a 9th? David Brooks getting his first touch. And he wins a free kick for the Cherries. Can we put it in the box? Can we create havoc? And that time it's a Mainu handball. So Alex Scott and David Brooks are over this. Diakite's gone up. James Hill's inside the box. Krupi's in there. Senesi's gone up as well. So both centre-backs have gone up. Senesi scored, I think, at this end in one of the 3-0s. Can Senesi do it again? This time in blue. Oof. Corner ball. Just under 4 minutes to go. Corner ball. Brooks. Oh, was too long, really. Fortunately, it might have gone out for a goal kick, but Mainu's headed it away. This has allowed Semenyo to throw another long ball in. Is there one more final chance for us? Can we create one more chance with 3 minutes of injury time to go? Semenyo puts a smile on his face. A long ball is coming in this box. We just need to win one flick on and someone to attack it. In. It's headed away from Darlow. Back out to Semenyo. Can he get the ball back in? Jimenez. Jimenez. It comes in from Jimenez. Brooks! Oh! Oh, he just didn't get it. It was too close to the centre of the goal. It was too close to Lamins. Jimenez, though. One more. One more. Oh. He pulled it back. Brooks pulled it back even more. I mean, it wasn't prepared for it. So it was flicked on. It was Brooks' tactic, but it just wasn't close enough to the corner. It was too straight. Oh, it's come off the top of his head as well. It's not even off his forehead. It's come off the top of Brooks's head. Oh, I just needed to be like a foot or two to the right, and Lamins is not saving that. It's because it's central. That's the only reason he's got his leg on it. Smudge is in the wars again. He's got a cut lip. So Smudge has come over to the sideline with a cut lip. They've sent him off, probably because he's bleeding. So we're down to 10 men now. Smudge is not happy because he thinks an elbow is thrown. And that leaves us one man short. Brooksy's over the free kick. There's 97 on the clock, but this will probably go to 99. Senesi's gone for it. Oh, half volley. Didn't really connect with it. Let it run through to Petrovic. That's through to Petrovic. And we are entering the final minute of this game. It's a poor kick by Petrovic. And Donny's on the sideline. He's out of his seat. I mean, it's not a loss. It's still another game without a win. But we've not been great on the road, to be fair. We've gone past the 98. There might be another 30 seconds to go, maybe. True Fert's dealt with that one. Man United in possession, though. Diallo. Overlap. That's got to deal with it. Deal with it. It did deal with it. It's probably the last chance in the game. Crossed by Man United. Senesi header. Again. And that's gone away. That's probably it. 4-4. Chris will take a draw. I think I would as well. And it's great to get back to scoring ways, scoring goals. But we've conceded 4 goals. Scored 4 away from home and not won the fixture. Oh, Brooksy's just absolutely skinned Dorgo. Like, turn! Semenyo, this is the last chance. Brooksy! Creepy! Oh my God, he's missed another one. Brooksy and Semenyo linked up that time. I mean, I don't know what the ref's doing. He's going to go into 100 in a minute. And that is game. Oh, 4-4. What a game. What a game in the Premier League. How annoying not to win. How annoying not to win. But when you find yourself 4-3 down with not long left to go, full time. Absolutely. Oh. Four. Right, get your thoughts in the chat. We'll see if Aaron jumps back on to give his thoughts, full-time thoughts. We'll have a look at the league table, which has now put us in 13th in the league on 21 points. So we have jumped ahead of Fulham. But we have got a problem at the moment, conceding goals and poor goals. Defending has not been great. But desire, heart, we've shown desire to fight back, to stay in this fixture and get something from the game and not go home back to Bournemouth with 0 points. So get your thoughts in the chat. We're not going to stay on too much long post-match. Right, stay with us. I'm just going to go and top my water up. We'll see if Aaron jumps back on. So we'll stay on for a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Do smash the like button. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Give me about 3 minutes and we'll come back to discuss that 4-4 draw. Andoni is currently clapping the away fans. Fair play to anyone who went to that game this evening on the road. They've seen an absolute belter in the Premier League. They've seen the Cherries score 4 goals. They've also witnessed the Cherries concede 4 goals. But desire, heart, commitment to fight back. The players are generally smiling. There were moments in that fixture to get the win, but we didn't lose. Right, give me 3 minutes and we'll come back. Okay. Good to be back. Right, do hit the like button for me. What a game it's been. Highs, lows, highs, lows. Finish with a high. So get your thoughts in the chat. Any questions you've got, anything you want to discuss, do get it in there. I'm just going to pull Aaron onto the stream as well. Aaron.
I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless.
Crazy.
There was we were screaming for the ref to blow the whistle, and then we went up the other end and almost won it.
Yeah.
And then don't blow. And then I thought he was never going to blow the whistle. I think we got to take that. I think we had to take that, right? I mean, when they went 4-3 up, I'm like, we're done. There's no coming back from that.
No.
So I think we got. I know it's not a win. We haven't won for a period of time, but I think we got to take that. I think we look by far the happier team coming off that pitch.
Yeah,
and we got our mojo back. I mean, let's spin the positives. 4 goals away from home, and we could have scored 6 or 7. But the Warriors, the 4 against. I mean, that's 23 goals away from home now this season.
That's mental. Away from home is ridiculous. Let me just quickly let's just share this in a better way. So let's just share the league table at the end of this match day.
2 places, which looks
at
better.
Match day weekend. Yeah, so we've jumped above Brentford and Fulham at one point. At one point in this fixture, we were 11th. But I think we were were we? Were we 11th? Yeah, we were. I think at one point we were 11th. Yeah, we were just behind Brighton on goal difference when we took the lead. But that's where we sit. Okay, it's not a green W in the form column. It was another grey draw, but it was important because I think as I said, we'll jump onto Burnley in a moment. But it's made that fixture on Saturday a big one again. Aaron, right? Let's just quickly sort of talk about flying start out the blocks in the second half. 10 minutes, turn the game on its head.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I'm so pleased for Evan Nilsson as well. Crying out for, and he took it so well as well. Plaudits to Tavernier, who I thought is a far better centre midfielder than he is on the winger or even the number 10. I mean, he gives the energy. He was driving. I thought he had a really, really good game. Great pass through, brilliant finish from Evan Nilsson, and then great run from Tav, brought down. And I don't know about you, we were saying, "Oh, don't let Tav take it." Puts it in the back of the net. And at that stage, I'm like, "How the hell are we winning this game?" And then there was a period of about 20 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes when we looked relatively comfortable. They seemed to have kind of not run out of ideas, but they're blistering. Like their first 30 minutes, they were unplayable, and they just didn't get that mojo back. And the clock ticked to sort of 70, 74, 75, and I thought, we could do this. And then it was never a handball against Smith, was it? Smacks him straight in the face. Luck went against us, and then Fernandes puts him a top corner, which obviously he's got the ability to do. But then the killer was within a minute again. Their 4th goal, and I thought at that stage, well, that's killed it. Killed it.
I mean, that's the concern for me. So I have a couple of concerns, and you absolutely are spinning the positives, which is exactly what we have to do in this moment. And because we haven't had a win for a few games now, and we do have to look at the positives. We scored 4 goals. My concerns are that we are conceding a lot of goals. I think the defending for those goals are poor,
abysmal.
And again, and again, the thing I'm thinking when we get ourselves into 3-2, I was talking about having to manage this now. No, I don't want us to drop into an old-fashioned low block too early, but we have to manage it. And my concern is that Sunderland winning that fixture lost it 3-2. We were winning this fixture, nearly lost it 4-3. And that's the concern for me now, Aaron. We're getting, I think James said it to me, so no fuss muss, obviously James Musselwhite. He's a big fan of Andoni Iraola, but off the record, he saw, or off stream, shall we say, he said to me, "Have we got a problem potentially when we get into 3-2? Can we manage it?" And well, we're not at the moment. We keep throwing these leads away.
Well, we haven't got the defence to manage it. That's the thing. I mean, our defending was woeful. So was United's, to be honest. I mean, I had neutral friends messaging me the whole way through. I was going to end up 6 or 7. I mean, both teams look really good going forward and terrible at the back, and that sums us up. And that I guess that is the positive, that we did look good going forward. And And again, Krupi proves that he doesn't do anything else but put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, he's just a class finisher. And if Brooks had done exactly the same right at the last minute as Krupi in the same position, we would have won the game. So, but yeah, defensively, it is a worry because that was our first choice defence out there tonight. We got no one else to come on. And as I said, Milosavljevic is now out for 2 or 3 months. That's it. The reserve keeper is Will Dennis. And there's no other defenders out there. So it's a worry. We lost our protector in Adams, and that is key, obviously. Obviously, no news on that. I'm just hoping he's not long term. But we do have Lewis Cook coming back next week who can play there. But that's not Iriola's style, is it? Even at 4-4, and I was just thinking, take the draw. We were pushing forward to the extent that they almost called us on the break again. But that's just him, and that's what we signed up for, and that's what we love to some degree. We should have won it at the end. I mean, not just the Brooks header. But that chance at the end, Semenyo slid Brooks in, and actually, if I could choose one player there, it would have been Brooks on his left foot. The calmness to just slot it past the keeper, and he hit it at a nice height for him, and it was disappointing. But I just want to give a shout out to Jimenez. I thought Jimenez was outstanding all game.
Yeah, and he was sort of flicking from side to side, wasn't he? Because he started on the left, and then he was on the right, and Semenyo and him were pretty much switching for whatever reason that was, just to keep them thinking. Don't really know, but he does offer. I mean, he can go that way, and he can go the other way.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, he going forward, he put that ball in for brilliant ball for Brooks's header, which the keeper did well to save. He's got a ton of pace, and he out-sprinted Amad Diallo at one stage on that side. And actually, it was great to see him last 90 minutes because he's normally blowing air out after 70. So, and he almost, I think he was one who set up Krupi or definitely involved in that move. It's weird because I've gone, as I said, at half time, I was having a bit of a rant about how abysmal it was in the defending. And it's a complete, not a game of two halves, but it's a complete team of two halves. We could spend half an hour purring on how quite good we were going forward, and actually quite clinical to some degree, and actually created a load of chances. And the XG was probably higher than 4, to be honest with you. But then we could also chat for half an hour about how woeful our defending is, how much of a problem that is. And that is a worry because we're not going to score 3 or 4 goals every single game. So I don't know. I don't know what you take from this game. And it was a one-off. And I think, game of the season, whatever you want to call it, it's a freak of a game. So maybe it's hard to read too much into it because it really was a freak of a game. So I guess you just enjoy the entertainment.
Yeah. So next 3 games come in massive, right? So we've got Burnley on Saturday. That is a big game, by the way. So they've
lost 7 or 8 in a row. I mean, they will come to defend. We know that. We're going to have to find a way, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, Scott Parker's going to come with a plan of achieving something, isn't he? So for me, we've got to get back to winning ways now, Aaron. Okay. So obviously, that's 2 back-to-back draws. 1-0-0 against Chelsea, 1-4-4 against Man United. But we have got to get wins on the board now. Okay. For 2 reasons. If there is a chance that we can get back in the hunt of anything in the top 10, fantastic. But we need to just make sure we definitely don't get caught up in a bit of a dogfight in the bottom of the table half, shall we say. So we've got Burnley at home, Brentford away. We never get anything from there. And then Chelsea away as well, which is a bit hit and miss for us. We can get results there, but we can also have off days as well. When you're looking at those 3 fixtures then, and in the chat as well, guys, there's 9 points on offer there in those last 3 games of 2025. How many points are you wanting in the chat from those 3 fixtures? And I'll ask you the same question, Aaron.
I think we have to get a bare, and this isn't what I want, but we have to get a bare minimum of 4 points. Have to. We might lose at Chelsea, we might lose a game or Brentford, whatever, but we have to beat Burnley, and they're both tough away games if we can get a draw on one of them. I'm not saying that's going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. That's the bare minimum. I'd love to think we could get 6 points, 6 or 7 points, but look, Brentford's a bit of a bogey ground with Thomas Frank, but I know Brentford are a similar position to us in the league, aren't they? We've just gone above them again. We're very similar. They won't have Dango against us, which is a big positive for us. And
is that because he's at AFCON?
He's at AFCON, yeah. So he definitely won't be playing. And by then, we should definitely have Christie back. Cook's definitely back. It remains to be seen about Adams, obviously. I think 4 minimum. If we can get 6 points, if we can win at Brentford as well, that'd be great. And whatever we can get at Chelsea would be a bonus for me. But I think you're right. I think Saturday is massive because we haven't won for a long time. If we don't beat Burnley, then then that's suddenly, after those 2 games, it's Arsenal. So you're suddenly 10 or 11 games without a win. So beat Burnley, and we could end up being right back up the table again. And today's point looks like a really good point. So yeah, look, there'll all be different sort of games. I mean, I think Brentford and Chelsea will be very similar to today. I think we'll have lots of space and probably create a lot of chances. Burnley worries me because I think they'll sit back, but we should still have far too much for them. Really, we should be able to get through them.
I think John's trying to jump on, so we'll see if John gets on. He's just having some issues with his camera, I think. So we'll see if John jumps on in a moment. Leading up to that Burnley game, so attentions will turn. Fair play to the fans, by the way. I think one of your boys is up at Old Trafford tonight. He's had an absolute cracker, mate.
Exactly.
I mean, for the neutral, absolute cracker.
Should we have won it? Should we have won it at the end? I mean, I was when we went 4-3, I was like, you take the draw at 4-4, but I think we could have won it. I just think we could have won it.
I think it's the Brooksy header. I think that's the easiest one. And
yeah,
he
kind of
he doesn't head it. He heads it there. And I mean, I don't know if he closes his eyes. The thing is, if it's a foot to the right, he only just saves it with his feet, and it's pretty much centre of the goal. If it's a foot to the right of Lamins, he doesn't save that. No. He doesn't save that. And oh mate, that's a bit like our Stephen at the moment. It's just those fine margins.
It's disappointing, but then in all honesty, after both of those chances, they went up the other end, and they could easily have scored. To be honest, wouldn't have surprised if they'd have put it in the back of a net. Which is why I was just like, just get out of here with a draw. Don't lose this now. We were behind at half time. We were behind at 4-3. Just get out of here with a draw. It shows a lot of character, I think, to get back in the game. And what's great is that both of our strikers scored tonight, and Semenyo got back on the score sheet. So that should give them a lot of confidence. Hopefully, Evan Nilsson especially, a lot of confidence for the next few games. I think that's absolutely massive.
I'm buzzing for Evan Nilsson. He needed a goal, didn't he?
And it wasn't a skanky goal. It was a brilliantly taken
goal.
No,
I mean, look. I know you said it was a good well taken. He still didn't. I mean, it's his weaker foot. He still didn't connect with it fully, mate. I mean, he hasn't caught it plumb, but it's a bit ankle for me or whatever. But give me out. I mean, it's a better connection than the one he did at Tottenham. So. He needed that. He needed that because in the first half, I think he only had 7 touches on the ball. So I'm happy for Evan Nilsson. I think it's real. So again, looking at the positives, Semenyo scored, brilliant. That stopped the rot for Semenyo. And Evan Nilsson, well, that stopped a massive rot for Evan Nilsson. Yeah. Let's just see if he's just having issues with getting his computer to wake up.
We're not winning games, Kirk. But actually, if you look at it, we haven't lost that much. We're kind of turning into a draw specialist a bit because we've still only lost 5 games all season. And don't forget, away at Liverpool, away at Man City, away at Villa, away at Sunderland, 4 teams who are flying. We've only lost 5 games all season. And if you think, drawing at home to Chelsea, drawing away at United, these are not terrible points. No. For me, it was the home game against West Ham and the home game against Everton. If we'd have got 4 more points or 5 more points from those games, we wouldn't even be having this discussion now.
No. Let's bring John in then. Let's get his thoughts. John, you're up. You're up and running. John. How you doing, John?
He's gone.
Nah, he's gone again. Right. So I think he's having issues. Let me just see what he's put in the private chat. Can't hear you. Don't put me on. He said, "Don't put me on. Can't hear you." Okay. Well, tell me in the private chat, John, when you can hear me, and when you sorted yourself out, and we'll get you on quickly. Tyler Adams. So I think before we hit Burnley on Saturday, I think the attentions are clearly going to be in the presser about Tyler Adams.
Yeah.
So what we don't want, right, Aaron, because we know Burnley's going to be a big game. What we don't want, and look, I'll be comfortable with Alex Scott playing in there for Burnley.
We probably don't need him for Burnley, if I'm being honest, for that game.
No, but what we don't want is bad news, real bad news, because we've had it with Milicevic and. I mean, okay, Lewis Cook's back Saturday, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lewis Cook's back Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, so, he said he's good now. Let's see if we can bring him in. Let's see. You all right, John?
All right. How's it going?
Are you up and running?
Right, John?
Yeah, just computer issues. But
Right.
Restarted, rebooted, got it sorted. All good now.
Good. Well, straight over to you. 4-4.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Jeremy Carragher said it at the end. That was probably the best game of the season. Very, very frustrating as a Bournemouth fan. Having just watched that in a pub in Stockport, I can say that Man United fans were very frustrated as well. So no one comes out of that particularly happy. But I suppose what we can say is that it's a point gained on the road, and that the first half was the Bournemouth that we've been seeing for the last 5, 6, 7 matches. But that second half was much more like it was much more what we expect from this Bournemouth side. And in the preview, I said one of the most important things for Bournemouth is can they actually start getting counterattacks going again? And my goodness, did we ever in that. Now, obviously, Man United's system and elements of that certainly allowed us to play that game. But after we should have been 3-0 down in the first half an hour, 3-4-0 down.
Yeah, easily.
We should have won that game at the end. And there's 2 good saves, but Lemans shouldn't have really had the chance to make the save against. It was Brooks' header and
Brooks at the end as well.
I think it's the header one, John.
Yeah.
I think
it was the header definitely. Yeah.
I thought his chance at the end he hit it at the right height for a keeper, just slot it low into the corner. Yeah.
But
as I was saying to Kirk, John, I thought after that they were going to go and win it because the referee was never going to blow the whistle. I just thought,
no.
Look, you're right. It wasn't a win, but I kind of think we have to probably be the happier. We were behind at half time. 4-3. I thought we're dead. We're finished.
I didn't think that at 4-3. I definitely didn't. I was frustrated
because it was like sucker punches, like 2 in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, I mean, you got to look at the third goal conceded. Never a handball by Smith. I mean, I need to see it back again, but it's just clearly not. The referee's given that so quickly, and it's terrible. Quite clearly not a handball for me.
Well, he had blood from his nose for a start.
Well, that was later. Was that the same?
It was the same part of the same thing. Yeah.
Was this? But then the fourth goal.
Has he given that? Sorry, John. Has he given that because? I don't think the Alex Scott's a penalty, but because that was very close, it was the incident happened very close afterwards. I don't know because Smith's sort of gone like that, hasn't he? But it's so easy to give those as free kicks than they are penalties. So that's why they always give them for free kicks.
Well, the thing is, I would say that the Scott one twice, the Senesi one, Bournemouth had a few instances where, when VAR was first introduced and they were giving handballs left, right, and centre, all of those probably would have been given as handballs, despite the fact that every single one of them deflected off a different body part.
Yeah.
Apart from there was an Alex Scott one where he jumps up for a header and it definitely hits his arm first, but you're in close quarters, you're naturally raising your arms when you're leaping to go for a header. It wasn't that one wasn't a handball for me there. Whereas the Smith one, it's relatively close up, but his arm is up, but it clearly comes off about there. It's off the lower part of the shoulder. Certainly not at the in my opinion, not at the armpit line that they have there. And I think the referee's given that one a bit too easily. And as soon as he gave it, I was like,
and he was going to score. He's going to score from there.
Yeah, you were confident he would score. And then the fourth goal is just calamitous. I mean, I think Diakite's header isn't the big thing, but I certainly don't. I cannot remember whether he was challenging for anyone, but he didn't need to head it back into where he did. Senesi absolutely commits strangely 10 yards inside his own half, and I don't understand why he doesn't jockey at all. But I think that's because obviously he's come into this. We thought he might be injured. I think at this point he's kind of shattered, and he's just. He's tired. It's a tired challenge, unnecessary. And then Trufair trips over the ball. And then even then, something that's becoming more and more obvious to me that I'm getting very frustrated at is that Petrovic gambles on any shot that is close to him. If it's in the penalty area about 12 yards out or less, and he's one-on-one, he just gambles. He throws himself to the floor early, hoping that he's going the right way, which I don't want to see from my keeper. I want the keeper to stand up, and if it's close to him, he gets it. because if the ball's going to hit him in the face, he's dived out of the way of it. But there, he dives early, guesses the right way, and he doesn't bring his arms down. So it goes under his arms. It's just all around the entire back line there, apart from Smith, who isn't involved. It's just horrendous.
I mean, the
defending in the first half was just a bit abysmal. The whole game was just a bit. And as I was saying, John, that is our first choice back five. I mean, that is it.
So, Aaron, just with regards to Petrovic, poor first half. I mean, the defending was poor as well, but the second, the Casemiro goals appalling.
Well, the first two goals were horrific from Petrovic, to be honest with you.
Obviously, is it a big game for him against Burnley as well? Has he got to have a commanding performance?
What choice have we got? Is Will Dennis going to come in? No, I mean,
no. But I mean, has he got to live up to this price tag?
Well, yeah. I mean, as I said to you, I think I said to both of you, I thought he started the season really well, and I was really impressed with him. But the last few games, he's just got worse and worse. And today was just a calamity. I mean, those first two goals were just really, really bad.
What I would say is I don't blame him for the first one. I think that if he stands on his line, the ball just flies past him anyway. It's similar to the David Brooks header. Frustratingly, I think if David Brooks doesn't touch that header, I think it goes in the back. I think it goes past Lemans on the opposite side. I think the arc is perfect for it. Brooks can't know that, and he does exactly the right thing. But whereas I don't blame Petrovic for the first goal, because I think I would want more from my centre backs, and I would certainly want more from the defender that's trying to block the cross. We're devolving back into the Eddie Howe days of doing terrible jobs at getting close to players, putting in crosses, and it was frustrating. The cross was that easy for Dalot. And then
he still seems
I think what he's doing is spreading himself, and that at least is what I can ask for him. Second goal, no excuse. As far as it bounces awkwardly, doesn't matter. There is no excuse. And what I would say about Petrovic's performances earlier, and I did a preview for Sunderland for that game. One of the questions they asked me for the blog was, "What do you think of Petrovic?" Because Sunderland were linked with Petrovic before we got him. And my response was basically, he saved what you'd expect him to, but he hasn't excelled. Because he hasn't. At no point, at any point in the season, have I said, we've got a steal of a keeper here. All I've gone is like, he's saved all the shots that I expect him to. He's not had to make an outstanding save, and he's decent with his feet. As far as I'm concerned, he's a middle-of-the-range goalkeeper at the moment. And that match was an example of the reasons why Chelsea were happy to let him go. He did fantastically for Strasbourg by all accounts statistically, but I have no idea whether he made those kinds of mistakes at Strasbourg or not, or whether this is an endemic issue of his. But yeah, like if something like that happens again, we're going to be starting to look at keepers in whether it's in January or the start of next season, because you can't be looking to aim higher in the league and have a goalkeeper making those kinds of mistakes. When we had Boric making mistakes, we were trying to survive. You knew what kind of we were paying for. But when you're shelling out as much as we did on a keeper, even if it is modern football, you've got to be doing better than that. I'm not convinced he was our first choice. I think we rushed into a point thinking, right, we've got to get a player through the door and get him settled. And we were a few weeks away from the Premier League kicking off. And I think we just went. I mean, I think he was on the list, but I'm not sure he was number one priority. And I think we've just rushed it. But like you say, I'm with you. I'm not saying he's the worst goalkeeper in the world, but I was waiting at the start of the season when people going, oh, he looks good. I don't even see where he's been tested yet, to be fair. I mean, even at Anfield, he didn't have a chance with most of the goals because of the poor defending. Aaron, let's wrap up this stream because I've done 2 hours 40 minutes and I'm ready to wrap fair
up.
Play to you.
Because John normally previously done all these. So Aaron, final thoughts then. Final thoughts on tonight, and just again give me. Do you mind
if I ask one last question before you fully wrap this up? Because I obviously haven't heard what you two were talking about before.
Yeah.
What do you think of Andoni's timing of substitutions in the last 3 games?
So I'm going to counter that. So during the stream, I'm worried that we don't really have we don't have game management. So Sunderland winning the game, lost the game. Tonight, so we got ourselves into a 3-2 winning position, and I even said it in the stream. I said there's going to come a point between 65 and 70 minutes when subs have got to happen, and they don't. Do you know what I mean? So,
I I think if he had everyone available in his old whatever he had last season, he was always happy to bring on players at 60. I just don't think he's maybe not trusting some players as much, or the players aren't available at the moment that he would like. Obviously, I think Scott, if Adams had played the whole and not got injured, Scott would have obviously come on probably earlier at some stage. Krupi, I'm not sure. I think came on probably at the right time. Brooks, I don't know if he doesn't trust Brooks at the moment. I mean, the fact he's not starting him over Jimenez, I thought Jimenez was excellent, by the way. Brooks must be scratching his head a little bit, and he didn't really come. I know, obviously, once he came on, he had 2 great chances and actually had quite a big influence, but he didn't really have that much time. And Adley, I guess, he doesn't really trust at the moment, or he's just maybe it wasn't the right game for him. I still think he'll come good, but not at the moment. So he's probably a bit of lack of. Then you got Soler, Araujo, Hill obviously came on towards the end, so I don't think he's got the like-for-like dynamic wingers that he'd like to have on the bench.
No, I agree with you on that one. By the way, was Adley on the bench? I haven't even looked at it. I thought he might have gone to the afternoon.
My biggest concern is whether we can just hold on to a lead. That's my concern, and whether we can manage a section of that part of the game. Because again, at Sunderland we go 2-0 up, so then you need to manage that part of the half to go in at halftime 2-0, and then we give a sloppy penalty away, and it's about managing. It's good teams, don't they? They change the fixture to benefit them, and we're just going at it still 3-2 up.
I think that we don't have the players to control the game in the way that we did last season, because it's not a huge change, but Diakite over Zabarnyi is not a player that's going to instill you with any confidence on the ball. Senesi and then Senesi and Howson. Senesi goes long. He makes the odd good cutting pass, but Howson could make that incisive short pass that Senesi tends not to play. The level of control isn't really comparable from the back, and I think that filters forward. The one thing I would say is, in terms of, I get that we don't have the depth right now. You've got Gannon Doak out. I don't know why Adley isn't being brought on to refresh things, really. But certainly in midfield, you've got Christie out. You've got Cook, who's let his manager down with that red card. But you have Adley. Clivert, on the 70th minute, he tracked back a bit. He was working hard, but he looked gassed. Clivert looked done on the 70th minute. It was screaming for a Brooks to come on for him. And Brooks is a player that if you give the ball to him, he can actually dictate to an extent in the way that Tavernier probably hopes that he could, but Tavernier is too slow. So it's. And then when Brooks comes on, he's involved in the best things that happen in the last 8 minutes for Bournemouth. So it's just a few times I'm just thinking, I get that you might not have the players that you really want to come on, but you do have freshness. If you remember that period where we had 13 fresh senior players, I totally understood why he couldn't make any substitutions apart from Jebison in the 85th minute. But right now, you have Adley, you have Brooks, you have Unal, you have Krupi, you have some options up front, which is the most important area for have that freshness. Heck, even Hill, okay, eventually he comes on, but he comes on in the end for Tavernier, whereas really maybe, I don't know, obviously in a different circumstances, you bring Scott on for him if he doesn't come on early, and then you put Hill on probably for Smith so that he's got some, because Smith was meant to come off, he was drained. And I worry that what's happening now is what is leading to an issue that we'll have further on in the season that we had last season, is that eventually the energy levels just disappeared because we didn't have players coming on earlier in the season to help maintain freshness. And even though it might not be the ideal subs for him, he's got senior players on the pitch to make 5 substitutions at the 70-minute mark, and he's not made a change before the 80th minute. And it's just straight. And even then he made 1. All he did was take Krupi on, put Krupi on for Aaron Nilsson when 2 or 3 players could have come off and he could have got something fresh. And I'm just a little bit finding it strange.
I was calling Clive that one as well. I was saying it's time for Clive and Brooks.
It's just strange that he's not making those substitutions when he's renowned almost for making 2 subs at the hour mark if he feels he needs to.
What's John? What's your first thoughts on Adams' injury? I know no one can tell, but we're just kind of praying that it's nothing serious.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, from the collision, it's almost certainly an ankle issue from what it looked like.
I thought it was knee, but
from Okay, it might be, but certainly what I saw from the replay, because I didn't see it in real time. What I saw from one of the replays was that it was a collision at the it was a collision at the ankle, which obviously could have then caused the knee to buckle or what, jar. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully, it's unlikely to be a cruciate. I would.
He was smiling at the end, walking like standing there in a tracksuit, but not.
Like you said, if it means that he misses Burnley and we got Lewis Cook in there, we can
cope with him out at Burnley. But if Adams is out for a few weeks Brentford. And that's all months, that's the problem.
We need him for Brentford.
Yeah, absolutely.
John, thanks for diving on. Good points, and yeah, we go again. Big game on Saturday against Burnley, right?
Yeah, absolutely, huge game, and have to be back to winning ways. Have to be.
Have to be, yeah. Have to.
Aaron, thanks for your support.
Thank you. I'm exhausted.
Well, pre, during, and post.
I don't know what to, I think it was fine. A bit of a rant at half time, but it's I'm happy. I'm relatively happy, if I'm being honest, because I thought we were going to after half an hour. I thought we were going to lose about 4-0. And then when they scored 4-3, I thought we'd thrown it away. So we had a lot of character to come back into it. Yep. Yes, we didn't get the win, but I think I'm relatively happy, to be honest.
Thank you to everyone who stayed with us for 2 hours and 47 minutes, and anyone who joined this stream. Really appreciate it. Do hit the like button, do subscribe. Thank you to John as well for doing the preview leading up to this watch along. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And just stay tuned in with our socials and our community page on YouTube. I won't be able to do a lot next week leading up to Christmas. Got a very, very busy week, like I'm sure a lot of you have. I may be able to just get some sort of match reaction out to you after Burnley, which is hopefully a win. But look, we went to Manchester United, and we scored 4 goals. We normally don't concede there lately, but we did. Positives: Even Ilson goal, Semenyo goal, Tavernier goal, Creepy goal. That's where we're going to finish it. Right, look after yourself. Have a good rest of the week. The Cherries did not lose. It was a cracking match for the neutral. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries.